We back. And after the Thanksgiving game, my boy Anthony Brown been coming up a lot. So we go talk about it. We got a film breakdown. We go break it down exactly what should the Dallas Cowboys do about Anthony Brown. Because they do got options. So yeah, we go talk about that. So everybody, y'all come on in. Obviously, y'all gonna help with the content. We gonna take calls. We gonna do all that. So y'all get ready. It's coming. So we gonna get right into it too. We're not gonna waste no time. Not gonna waste any time at all. Because I know it's a lot of questions about corner. Everybody can clearly see that there's a little bit of panic in the air. Should it be? Maybe we can talk about that. But there's definitely some panic. I'm seeing a lot of people saying that we're not who we thought we were. And I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all. We not. We not. We are definitely not a Super Bowl team. But when I say it, I mean more than what some other people do. Because this is a B team. No, our B team is not a Super Bowl team. But our A team that's coming, yes it is. So, we gonna talk about, Anthony Brown. We gonna go through the tape. And we gonna really break it down, man. Was it legit? Was it real? Was it a mirage? Let's talk about it. Yeah, we getting ready to get into it, man. And I see the comments already coming in. My boss say, yes, sir. What's up, boy? Welcome. Yep. Matt say, what up, boss? What's up, man? Joe Chatrina, I already know you shared. My brother, he go share every time. My boy said, release him. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, my boy said I interviewed your boy for the Raiders game. That's what's up, man. Let me see. Let me try to get to all y'all comments. Oh yeah, my boy Matt said almost a 2K. Yeah, man, we almost a 2K. Hey, we had our biggest, show the other day. So being a new channel, that mean a lot. We still not a year old, so. Y'all be patient with us, man. Boss Cowboy definitely the thing that's up and coming. Thank y'all for sharing and support, man. For real. It mean a lot. So we gonna go ahead and get into this content. Yep. And we gonna get you the intro. Here we go. Yeah. My boy say, what's cracking, boss? Man, chilling, man. We gonna talk a little bit of football, man. See, we gonna keep it real too. I'm gonna tell you, like, some people, they like to complain. I was talking to my boy Jay Tuck today, and we was having a conversation, and I told Jay Tuck, I said, bro, I notice in a lot of your chats and my chats, a lot of people come in and say, who's to blame? It's like, bro, I'm really not looking for blame, nor should you. We all should be looking for reasons. We shouldn't be looking for people to blame. We should be looking for things that need to be corrected. And then that's what we attack with ideas and ways to fix it. That's why we having a conversation tonight. My boy D.A. Lee, man, good to see you, bro. I always see good to see you holding down Facebook. My boy D.A. Lee in the building. Yes, coach, we got the call lines open. It's already ready to go. We gonna open that up and then obviously take some calls. So yes, we do got the call lines open, coach. The call line is 941-942-2100. So we got that fixed, coach. We in the building. But tonight we gonna be talking about Anthony Brown, and we gonna be doing a film breakdown too. So it's real, man. And my boy say, Brown fine, leave him. Yeah, we gonna talk about that. Yeah. Yeah, we go talk about that. My boy say Brown is fine. Leave him. Yeah, we go actually go to the film. Okay, and we go talk about this with some intelligence. I'm gonna take some calls. And we gonna keep it real. Boys already calling in. It is not time to take calls yet, but it is coming. Yeah, we gonna take some calls, man. I promise you. So we go open up them phone lines, man. Y'all get ready. When I tell you, start calling in. All right, this could be 941-942-2100. 941-942-2100. But until then, I'm gonna go over the content for today, and it's gonna be dealing with the question of what should the Dallas Cowboys do about Anthony Brown. That's the question. And we're gonna answer the question. We're gonna answer that today. Yes, we are. I got the juice and I'm crazy if you not a killer, don't say. His squad ain't nothing to play with. Undertaker and a grave dig. Best man like Tate Diggs. When you in the paint, gotta play big. Hitters ignorant like cavemen. Went from good fella to made men. Ball out, ball out. Me and my hitters go all out. Child out, ball out, get called out. Ball out, ball out. Me and my hitters go all out. Ball out, ball out. We about to take them all out. I got away with words that approach. Me and my hitters go all out. Me and my hitters go all out. We about to take them all out. All right, we finna get started, man. Me and my hitters go all out. Because it is Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters. We gonna take calls. We gonna make sure your voices get out there today. And it's going down. Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matter. And as you can see, I got on my referee gear today because I got to referee the refs. I got to referee the refs today because obviously there has been some great, I would say, controversy over Thursday's game. It was a record in flags. A record. So obviously, you know, I really don't generally talk about refs, but when it's a record, we got to talk about it, and we gotta just really break it down, because we go get into Anthony Brown, we go get into the film, and we go talk about it. We go talk about it from a measured Kool-Aid standpoint, because everybody should know me by now that I do. It's a big thing for Boss Cowboy to actually say publicly that he drunk Kool-Aid. Listen, I do not drink Kool-Aid without first measuring. Yeah, measure Kool-Aid only on this show, bro. We measure it for real. So if it's say 2 quarts of water and whatever amount of sugar, whatever the ingredients say, that's what we do. See, because I'm gonna give you a fair warning, because I really broke down the film and I started noticing some major trends going on. Okay, I started noticing some major trends, and I'm gonna get you ready for what I really feel like is starting to go on. And Jerry Jones warned about this. All right. See, because when you think about basketball, there were some days to where you didn't see the exaggerations to create fouls, but it really began to get out of hand, right? To where the game became about acting. It is now about how do you sell to the refs the outcome that you want. and see, if you're not careful, right? If you're not careful, the rules can get to a certain point to where it's in the player's interest to flop. It's in the coach's interest to go into the game with a strategy that we are going to create our own luck. We're going to look, and this is all sports. So if you have rules that's offensive geared, that want offense to thrive, you're going to also have offensive players go out their way to create scenarios and act frankly ridiculous to get calls that they shouldn't get. So I'm gonna go through the film. All right, I'm gonna go through the film because the real question is, how many of those calls was legit? That's the real question, because anybody that know me know for a while, before I ate crow on Anthony Brown, I was very, very, very hard on him. Very, right? And it was because he deserved it. I wasn't picking on him. It was because he was not playing up to the standard of a cornerback. He just was not. And when you're not playing up to the standard, sometimes you just got to call a spade a spade. That's just what you got to do. You can't be a podcaster and say that you're for ideas that improve the Dallas Cowboys and then give people a pass. You just can't do that. Okay. So, and Coach Marv, I see you real quick. And I'm going to take calls. I'm going to open it up. But Coach Marv say, preach, boss. I hate bailout calls. Exactly. Hold on real quick. Y'all give me 1 second. It's my phone. Y'all give me 1 second. Let me get this phone. Turn it off real quick, man. Y'all forgive me. All right, yeah. But yeah, bailout calls are real. And see, some of this is a result of the new rules and how rules are. So yeah, you'll think that men wouldn't act like this and actually go into the game with a strategy, that our strategy is to try to trick the refs to get them to make a split-second decision that's not in the interest of fairness, but it's in the interest of trying to trick you to see what you're not seeing. Yeah, Coach Marv, that is very real. So we go look at some of those calls now. If it's real, let's call it what it is. Let's say it was real. But if it's not, let's call it also what it is and say it wasn't. So here's the film. Okay, so we go turn it on. We go just break it down play by play. We go look at all his plays. So looking at this first, he's in good position right here. Okay, that's the first thing I want to say, is that that's generally in today's NFL where you want to play. You want to play on what's called the upfield shoulder. Okay, and that's more so because of how they officiate and because of how they play. When you do play on that upfield shoulder, how Anthony Brown is right here, you do give up, and I'm just being real, the back shoulder fade. You do. It's ways to defend it, but it's harder to defend it when you're on the upfield shoulder, because receivers are trying to do something. I'm going to come back to this film and I'm going to break something down, because receivers are always trying to do something in today's NFL called stacking. Okay. And stacking is when they get in front of you, because from their theory, if they can get in front of you and stack you, they want you to have to go through them to make a play on the ball. That's why they try to what's called stack you or get in front of you. Ways to prevent that is by playing on the upfield shoulder so they cannot stack you. So from the beginning, you can see Anthony Brown is in good position. All right. So right here, they're tangled up and it's a flag. Horrible flag to me, because you didn't see anything flagrant. Let's just look at it. I'm gonna look what they tank it up right there. You see the receiver pushing off. And let me ask you a question. If a receiver is pushing off, how do you prevent that unless you do give him a degree of pull? How? You can't. So it's one of those things, especially on this first one that they call pass interference on. It wasn't. Okay, and this is one thing I want to explain too, dealing with Anthony Brown, because y'all should know me by now. If it was something wrong with Anthony Brown, I would be the first to tell you, because I know I was the one of the loudest at going at him when he was playing bad. All right, but looking at that technique, I would definitely say that first call was a flop. A flop. Bad call, ref. You should have let the guys play. That first flag that was on third down where they would have punted, bad call, ref. Just like this one. Just like he didn't clearly hit him, but the ball going the other way. because he tricked the ref. That's what it is. And if we're not careful, this is where football is headed. All right, so this is the next play. And I'm looking at penalties as well as just him play. All right, so in this play, he is beat on an in-breaking route. All right, and anybody that know me do a breakdown on Anthony Brown, I would tell you that that's one of the things historically he's susceptible to. So the first thing first is in man coverage, he's giving up the inside. And that's what you never do. You never supposed to give the inside because that's the easiest throw to a quarterback. So starting from the very beginning, Anthony Brown in this position is out of place. And so then when he starts the route, the receiver hits him what's called a hezi or a hesitation, right? And it's to create the separation. So when he hit him with that hesitation step, it's to make Anthony Brown hesitate, and he did, which gives him the space to drive down that line and create the separation, and he does. Anthony Brown loses. So technically that loss was on Anthony Brown more so because of technique and going for that hesitation move and just being out of position from the beginning. You always take away the inside in man coverage. Now it's harder. Let me explain something. It's harder to do from the slot because then those receivers have what's called two ways to beat you. So if I go back and I show it, one of the things that you see if you look at it from this view is you can see the massive amount of space that this receiver has to work him inside or to work him outside. Covering in the slot, that's why you have to be freakishly quick because you have to be able to guard a two-way receiver. All right, so I just want to explain that. So play 2, that's on you, Anthony Brown. That's on you. Okay, and I would expect you to play better there. Okay, but we moving on and we looking at just the times in which they either attacked him, went at him, threw at him, and we go look at each one of the flags. All right. So here's another play on Deshaun Jackson. So looking at him here, he's in good position. That is, in my opinion, I'm going to just tell you, to me, that is not good defense, excellent defense. So here you go again. He's playing perfectly on the upfield shoulder. And that's what you want when you're dealing with a guy with speed. And then Deshaun cannot stack him because they're now hip to hip. Now, what do receivers tend to do when they're in this situation right here? What do they tend to do? Push off. They push off. What should we do when they push off? When they push off, we should lock that on. That way they can't get separation, right? Because if you let them push off on you, even though you're in good position, it will be 6. And that's what Anthony Brown did. Deshaun Jackson tried to do a slight push off right here. And Anthony Brown technically did exactly what he's supposed to do right here. Is when he tries to push off, Anthony Brown locks that arm and dives and makes a play on the ball. So let me ask you a question. The flag comes in and it's a lot of begging. And I'm going to tell you, I was watching the film. They came in with a plan to get those flags. They came in with a plan. Hold on. Was I talking and didn't show it? Let me show it again. I think I was talking and didn't show it. All right. So he's in good position. Right here, Deshaun Jackson tries to push off. He wraps that arm, dives, makes a play on the ball. So the second pass interference call, all that begging. Look at Deshaun just begging. All that begging for it. They came in with a strategy. I'm telling you, y'all, they came in with a strategy that we getting ready to work these refs for these flags. This is now what football is starting to become if we're not careful. So I'm telling y'all from my point of view, from the way I'm looking at it, those first 2 flags had nothing to do with Anthony Brown playing bad. Now, him being beat on that in breaking route, That was on him. That was on him. But those first 2 flags that moved the chains for the Raiders, and they got points out of that on 3rd down, had nothing to do with Anthony Brown. So like, I mean this, let's be the type of people that's called spades, right? I don't want us to be the type of fans to where we're looking to people to blame. I want us to look at what's really going on so that we can create solutions on how to fix it, right? If we looking for people to blame, we become a very bitchy fan base. Like, we become like crybabies and all that kind of stuff. I personally don't want a crybaby fan base. I want the type of fan base that we are. I think we're a very smart, intelligent, logical fan base. I think we have the smartest fan base in the world. This is the only fan base to where people are literally debating tackle versus guard. Most people don't even look at it. But we're so wrapped in trying to win. Yeah, my boy Keystone, I feel you on this, Keystone. My boy say we still need to replace him even if we keep him his final year of his contract. I agree. Because we can do better than him, Keystone. I agree with that. Yeah, the phone lines are open. I'm going to open them up in a second. Somebody asked me if the phone lines open. Yeah, we go take calls because I really want to hear from y'all. I really want to hear from y'all on this, but I want to show you the film first. And then after we go through the film, then I'll take calls. All right. So going back to the film. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Not this film. The other film. All right. Because I can control this one better. All right, so we already showed 2 out of the 4 pass interference calls. All right, and to me, this was not one. He looking back, he make a play on the ball, he try to push off, you get pulled because you trying to push off. Hey man, let them men play. All right, here we go. So here's another play on Deshaun Jackson. All right, so here we go. So now this is all bad by Anthony Brown. This is on Anthony Brown. Okay. So it's a couple of things wrong out the gate. So first, I remember I told y'all about getting stacked. Right there, he's stacked. Okay. So when they on top of you, that's called stacking. Okay. So when they get in front of you, that is called stacking you. Right. And remember what they're trying to do when they stack you. All right. The goal of stacking you is to get you to where you are between them and the ball. Therefore, you have to go through them to make a play on the ball, which increases your chances of a pass interference. And on top of that, as you can see, Anthony Brown is grabbing him. This is a proper flag and properly due. He grabbing. They came in with a strategy to cry about this, and they got it. But this was a good call against Anthony Brown. But look at all that crying. You all right, man. Listen, this is why I used to hate receivers. I ain't gonna lie. I'm biasly against receivers. I don't like receivers. I feel like most receivers are divas. It's very few receivers that I ever liked in my whole life. I mean, even personally. Just personally. Like, the mentality of a receiver generally don't match mine. Because all that crying is like, bro, listen. Them first 2 was not pass interference, bro. Why you crying? But that one was. So, yeah, that's a strike against you, Anthony Brown. Yeah, that was one that you can do better on. So let's keep going. All right. So we got Anthony Brown on here. And this is just where he gets beat a little bit. And it's more so because his feet. Because what I want y'all want to notice, because I'm also going over how to look at some of the technical nuances of corner. Okay. Because when you look at a corner, one of the main things you got to look at is their feet and how they break. Okay. Because they have to be able to break, come out of their breaks just as fast as receivers. Now, one thing that prevents that from happening is something called a double stop. That's where it takes your feet 2 plants to stop. A real corner can come out the break in 1 plant. It's called planting and driving with your feet. Okay, so when you watch Anthony Brown and his feet, you'll see why Deshaun beat him here, because he was playing on the upfield shoulder. And remember, I told you, when you playing on the upfield shoulder, you're giving up the back shoulder fade, and sometimes underneath routes if you can't stop. You have to have an ability to stop. So watch his feet right here. I want y'all to watch his feet and watch how many times it takes him to break to stop. You see those 2 steps? That's why you see the separation that you see, and then he makes the catches and he makes the tackle, get him on the ground. So technically everything looked good except his stop. So this is the final play of the game, and as you can see, he's doing what? The receiver's trying to get on top to do what? What do we talk about? Stacking. So here he is. He's stacked again. So once he's stacked, just like they want you between them and the ball, so that you are in a situation to where you have to go through them to make a play on the ball, which increases the chances of pass interference. And so he got it. Okay, he got his pass interference. That's 4. Every one of them was on 3rd down. Every one. Now, I'm going to say this and then I'm going to take some calls. I personally hate the pass interference rule as it's called today. It does not make sense. It's honestly not even fair to defenders. It's not. Because I'm going to just be honest with you. When you sit in a trail position, the very wrong thing to do, okay, is to look back for the ball. When you in a trail position like this, okay, the only way you should look back, because at that point, I'm going to tell y'all what's going on from somebody who played the position. You know at this point, okay, you know, I'm going to circle it right here. You know at this point that the ball is in the air and the ball is on its way to you. Okay, you know the receiver is showing it with his body language looking like this, and when you down there, you could also see their eyes. Their eyes usually get big when the ball is in the air, because they go into a whole nother level of concentration when that ball is tracking. So you see their eyes actually get big. It'll go from regular to big. And so you sitting there and you in a trail position. I'm explaining what from being in this position. Okay. So this is what's going on. When you in a trail position, you know you got a split second to try to get that ball out. So your best chance, if you're thinking about trying to get them from not making the play, is to do what? Play through their hands. But if you look back when the ball is in the air, you take a chance of getting hit with a blind spot, meaning you look back as the ball is coming down and you can miss the ball. You can look back and the ball just went over your head. So the whole rule is anti-defense. I want y'all to understand that. And I also want you to know that this same call was the one that we didn't get in 2014. Remember when Hitchens, we was going against Detroit and the guy played good defense. He was face guarding him, preventing him from the catch. He didn't look back. He didn't look back, but the refs in good judgment didn't throw a flag in the playoffs because it was really no contact. How you gonna give somebody a flag for no contact just because they didn't look back? Just think about that. Just think about that. That is not competitive rules. That's rules that's setting up the league to become a joke like soccer is and like basketball is when it comes to fouls. Yeah, I know you want your ratings. I know y'all want to make money. But when you say somebody has to look back or is considered pass interference, that is not in the best interest sometimes of playing defense. When I'm in a trail position it's in my best interest to try to get the ball out as it's coming down, because I'm trailing you. I'm not hip to hip with you. I'm not on the upfield shoulder to you. I'm trailing you. I'm in a bad position, and I got to get this ball out because it's on the way. But the way that it's officiated now, they're creating what Jerry Jones called throw up ball. Okay? And I'm telling you, it could be coming because the film is out on how to get cheap yards on officials. And you best believe people go, oh, we can get 30 yards by throwing it up and just stacking corners and then flopping and faking and acting. I can get me a couple of first downs on just throwing it, uncatchable balls, but flopping. So I would say this: 2 out of those 4 was pass interference, because technically this was pass interference according to the rule, because he didn't turn, but he also didn't do anything to the receiver. He didn't do anything to the receiver but get held himself. So yeah, we could really say 3 out of 4 of those flags were bad if it was called according to the spirit of the rule. Just keeping it 100. So let me go back and ask this question: what should the Dallas Cowboys do about Anthony Brown? Nothing. I'm not into blaming. I'm looking at the film. I'm telling you what the film is telling me is that most of those flags were bad. I mean, and I'm showing you this, okay? I'm showing you. Like, everybody should know me that been following Boss Cowboy Sports for some time. You should know I have no problem at all saying if somebody tripping. If somebody playing bad, y'all should know I have no problem. I would not blink at saying it. I guarantee you, the #1 hit job on Anthony Brown originally, before he started playing better. I guarantee you nobody was lobbying harder to get him off the field than me. I promise you. But at this point, we going into December, bro. So I'm gonna tell you something. My boy Skywalker came up with something that is one of the most realest genius statements in the world. He says this on his morning show sometime. I caught it, but it's true. He said yesterday's price is not today's price. So what does that mean? Yesterday's price is not today's price. What that means, and this is why it's true, because as situations change, so should we. So, like, if you the type person, or if I'm the type person that where we always got to be right on opinions that we made a year ago, and we just don't change, we actually become the type of people that's bad for the team because we're stubborn. So, but when you break down the film, it's pretty clear to me, when we look at the film, most of those pass interference was not on him, bro. Like, come on, bro. I'm being honest. Now, if y'all want me to lie, if y'all want me to get y'all in y'all emotions and be like, we need to just get rid of him, we need to replace him, I mean, at this point, Boss Man would have about 5 games to get in playoff shape as a rookie. That's starting. It's starting to get like, man, it's time to let these boys make up your mind on what you gonna do on offensive line. Make up your mind what you gonna do at corner and roll with it, bro. Because it's starting to get to that point where we're running out of time to experiment. So I'm gonna take some calls, man. Let's take some calls. Here we go. All right, here we go. Y'all give me 1 second to post the phone. Let's talk about this. All right, so we got the phone lined up: 941-942-2100, 941-942-2100. Y'all call in. Let's talk about this, man. I want to really hear from y'all and get y'all thoughts on this Anthony Brown situation. Here we go. Boss Cowboy Sports, your voice matter.
What's going on, boss? This is Coach Maul, man.
What's up, Coach? How you doing?
Man, listen here, man. Let me tell you something. Man, you lighten my heart today when you say, man, we got to stop the blame game, man, because we start sounding like, that we real picky as Cowboy fans, that, football's, things are going to happen. And I want to say something else, man, about your film study.
Uh-huh.
I noticed you said you did the film study on the PI calls and the catches.
Yeah.
If people out there tell after Brown played so bad, boss, you ain't got no more of the film to show on him. I don't think they only caught 2 passes on him all game.
Yeah. Yeah.
They only caught 2 passes on him all game, and if it wasn't for the PI calls, we would be saying that he played one of the best games in corner this year.
Yeah.
We've been saying about, and me and you have talked. We have talked privately about Andy Brown, and you are so right. You have been so hard, and I've been hard on AB.
Hard,
right?
Hard.
But let's be honest. We was hard on him about playing aggressive and not being soft and not being aggressive.
Yeah.
I tell people this. I would go with him being aggressive than to be lackluster and letting people catch the ball all over.
Yeah.
Because I listen, the aggressive style, that shows that, hey, he's feeding into what this defense is talking about. They're playing aggressive. Listen, Seattle, I hate to go back to the Seattle thing, but that's what Seattle did. They roughed people up until they got to the point where the official says that this is how we play, right? And we're going to play this way. We're going to be it's going to be physical when we play. I looked at the game, so I said, well, let me take the day and watch all the other NFL games, because I really was looking to see the defensive back play in the rest of the NFL today and see was there something different about what AB was doing that is not happening in the league. Man, boss, they don't throw flags every time because a defensive back don't turn his head.
No, they don't.
I've been watching games today. They don't throw flags on these type plays everywhere. We have to understand what type of officiating crew we had. We had an officiating crew that throws a lot of flags, but we played aggressive. I'd rather us play aggressive and work through this, because I'd rather AB continue to play aggressive. I want him to play aggressive because he's gonna make more plays by playing aggressive than to start playing passes. So and you're so right. It's too late in the game now to experiment with boss man fat.
Yeah,
too late in the game to go through. We can't afford him to say, oh well, he had a bad game and guys caught some touchdown, but he learned it. It's too late in the game now.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do that, you should have done that early in the season. By now, you have got through some of them growing pains. You ain't got time to go through growing pains now.
Yeah, that's what it is, Coach.
So, and I think you hit it on the head. Cowboy fans, do not get caught up in the anti-Cowboy fans out there that want us to play the blame game because they point people out that we should blame so they can cause dissension within our ranks.
Yeah.
Let's be real. Let's watch the whole thing. Let's watch it, and then we go back. We got a guy like you, boss, that's going to go out there when we voice our opinion about players. We tell you, you do what we need to do. You say, man, let me go and look at the film, and then if there's a lot of questions about it, let me break it down and show you. Let me show the people real life about how this look and what's going on about it. So all these things about Anthony Brown need to be cut and all that stuff. There's rally behind this. I like the way he said after the game. He didn't get up there and moan and cry, say, oh, woe is me, they've been calling bad calls on me. He said, hey, I got to learn how to do whatever technique. I'm going to still play aggressive, but I'm going to need to work on my technique. But I'm going to still play the same way I've been playing. I'm going to work on my technique so I won't get those calls. He didn't like them. He didn't feel he got them, but he stood up, and I think that means he's ready to keep on playing the way he's playing. So let's move on from that, man, and stop all this blame game. Let's stop all this Dak Prescott blame game and he ain't this and that. All this stuff, man. We got a good team here. And these last 6 games, we need to roll. Let's get behind AB. I said it this way. I was talking to a fellow today. I said, man, Terrence Steele showed me, and I'm not talking about Terrence Steele, but I said Terrence Steele showed me over so many games that I had to believe that he was having a good season. I can't be a hypocrite and say that about Terrence Steele and not say that about AB.
Right. That's it, Coach.
I can't be a hypocrite and say, well, you know, he done showed us so many games that he done played well that it's believable. So if he has some hiccups in there, he still come back and he still play. He's played well. So if he has some bad moments, but he has played well over the majority and consistent. I can't say that about Terrence Steele and say that about AB because the film don't show that he's playing bad.
Right.
He's being picked on, but he's standing up, and because he's standing up, 2 catches. That's all you can do the film on. 2 catches and 4 penalties. That's it.
And
there ain't no other film to show on it.
I can honestly say, Coach, 3 out of those 4 were some bogus penalties. Bogus.
And then you have a 2 catches
I mean,
and
bogus. Not bad. Bogus. You know what I mean? Coach, I want to get your thoughts on this. My boy D.A. Lee. Now, he got an idea that I am for, though. He said, you got to give a pitch count to Boss Man. I do agree with that. I do. Because I do believe you do want to give him reps when you can in case something happened to one of the starting corners. You don't want him playing corner in the postseason with cold legs, right? So I do agree with that, but I'm not on the train of get rid of Anthony Brown. No, I'm not.
Well, you know something, boss? We go back to my star thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
You could give him a pitch count, but Boss Man Fat got to have the A. He ain't been available to get him to start the
Hold on,
count.
you got to break down
Once
star. Hold on. Break down the star first, and then to break down available, because I know you're talking over people's heads.
Okay, the S is for speed, playing fast. The T for toughness. Yes, we know he got the S because he's playing fast. You know, he's one of the fastest corners we got. The T, I believe he's got a lot of toughness in him. He showed he has a lot of toughness. But the A, availability, he's lacking in that big time. He's hurt. Then he get off injured reserve. Then he comes back. Then he's sick. Then he got personal reasons. Then he out. Then he gets kicked out of the game. You can't get no pitch count again available. And is he the R relentless? You know, I can't know. I don't know because he hadn't got the time.
He ain't got the
for
time.
A rookie, he has to be available. And that time that he missed with that growing pull set him back. It might even almost ruin the season for him.
Mm-hmm.
The person if you want to, maybe a backup person, and I don't know what that happened to him. Where's Maurice Candidate? He went on IR 4 or 5 games ago with a concussion, and I ain't heard no more from him.
I don't know, Coach.
What? Where is he? Is he that? Was the concussion that bad? So, I mean, these are right now. Boss Man Fat got too many things going on for him. I believe the Cowboys want to give him every opportunity to get that pitch count because he's on the field. They're giving him some time in the secondary, but he's got to be available. He can't miss practice. He can't miss practice when you just coming on and you trying to work your way into the thing. He's not a veteran. So he has to be available every second of the day, every meeting, every rep, every time he's looking on the field, every drill. He has to be available for those because he hasn't had the game experience. So he has to get all the other stuff 100%. Yes, he could be on the pitch count, but is he going to be available to be able to get these reps in? And his availability so far, going all the way back to minicamp, has been suspect.
Just
and
real.
it's put him backward. I'm not saying he's a bad player, but that not being there has pushed him back because boss, you played corner.
Yep.
It's a rep type thing. You can't get out the bed. There's only a few people, and that's how I can lay down on my hand. They can roll out the bed and run with a receiver all around the field,
Yep.
or diagnose route trees, or switch cover, or bait guys into certain things. That you just can't do that. That comes over time, continuously doing this, and he's not been available. And maybe circumstance, injuries, but yes, I think I believe in putting him on the pitch count. But if he'd be available, but again, I'm like, boss, where's Maurice Candidate? He done disappeared. I don't even hear nobody even talking about it.
Yeah. Yeah, coach. But
So we may get an injury with one of our corners.
it could happen.
Because, that's the only thing that has really, we have stayed away from injury. So that may be coming down the line. But as of a starter, as of Anthony Brown being the main guy with us, right now we got to go where we go. We hope he gets better, but he has gotten better.
Yes.
And I'd rather a guy play aggressive and maybe get some penalties that we can, that sometimes refs would say, hey, it's a 50-50 type thing, than him be passive. And like your film showed before, where guys got 3-4 yards separation from him, and he got his head down, trotting up to him, I think he caught the ball and walked in the end zone.
Right.
I don't want to see that.
No, we don't want to see those Anthony Brown days ever again. Those days of 3 yards of separation every time and always beat on in breaking routes by 30, 14 receivers. We don't want to see that Anthony Brown no more.
And not making tackles.
God, dog.
If you want to look at Anthony Brown, and this is not no blame game, but there were some people that gave us some big plays. Jordan Lewis didn't have a real good game himself.
Didn't.
In the slot at all.
He didn't.
But the defense to me played a well. But here it is again. Those third down, man, you know how hard it is, boss, when you give up 7 first downs on penalties, and all those first downs on third down were an average of 8 yards and more.
Man.
On third down. And all those third downs turned into, I think, 5 of those penalties turned in either 3 to 7 points because of those third down conversions. I mean, the Raiders were given the game. I mean, the game was given to them on those penalties on a platter. But we still, even with the big plays, even with the people out, even with all the penalties, even with all that, we were still in the game to the end. So that shows if this team, like you came out when you first came out, after the game, you say you saw what you need to see, and you saw a team that fight.
Yeah.
So let's don't get. I'm gonna let you go, ball, but let's don't get people. Let's don't get caught up in the narrative of people that's faking like they're Cowboy fans. And I want to say one thing. Dak Prescott said one great thing on that podium. He said, I know some of y'all bandwagon fans going to jump off the boat. So if you're a true Cowboy fan, you shouldn't get mad at that. Because he ain't say nothing about the real Cowboy fans. He said bandwagon.
Yeah, Coach, let me take some more calls because me and you, we'll do it all day. So
keep doing what you're doing, boss.
I love you, Coach, man, and your voice matter all day. You know that. All right, now. All right, there it is. So we go open back up the call lines. We talking about Anthony Brown and what to do with him. Here we go, taking another call. Boss Cowboy Sports, your voice matter. Who is this?
Hi, boss. This is a first-time caller. I'm Hood Kage. That's my YouTube name. And I just wanted to say, watching that game, you know, in football, holding and pass interference is part of the game, right?
Yeah.
You watch Micah get held every single time.
Yeah. That was ridiculous.
What makes me mad is the fact that we have Brett Maher 2.0. Greg the Leg is going to cost us games in the future. Because if you do the math, what was the score by the end of regulation against the Raiders? 33-33. And why did we have 33? Because Greg missed an extra point, and then we had to go for a 2-point conversion. If he made the first kick, we would have had 2 more points, and the game would have been over. And that's the same thing that happened in Tampa. So the fact that we're not getting competition for Greg the Leg, that's going to cost us a lot in the future.
Hey, man, I got a question. What did Kyle Forbad do so bad? Remember? Because Kyle Forbad didn't miss a kick with us. You remember? When we got rid of...
politics.
Hold on, bro. Hold on. What did you say?
Politics. You bring Bones Fossil and he brings his guy from the Rams. That's what happened.
Ooh.
Like, to me, if you really think about it, the extra point kick is the easiest kick that a kicker has to make all game. And he's missing those.
What's your name?
Like, Hudkage.
Hey, keep talking. Keep talking.
I mean, I don't mind Anthony Brown, right? He's played good. Pass interference, you know, like, they'll call it whenever. And since we're America's team, they're just going to call it on us, right?
Yeah.
I just, like, we had that game won.
Yeah, we had this game won.
We had it won.
Yeah. That's why I'm not mad.
Like,
That's why I'm not mad. It's like, bro, if you go give them 3 major first downs on bad calls, on pass interference, which moves you way downfield, bro, like, come on, bro. Like, yeah, the game was winnable, but, man, you can't just give them massive movement in a game of inches. Hold on, Shannon.
Yeah.
Hold on real quick. Hold on, I got it. Hold on. My boy Shannon say, boss, Kai doesn't have a cool name that sells. The Dallas Cowboys have Greg the Leg. oh. I sure hope, man, that you and Shannon wrong. I really do, because it does have a smell of politics. It does, because what is better than 100%? How do you look at somebody hit 100% of their kicks in your organization and you say, "Oh, we're not interested. We want Greg the Leg." Oh, man, great call. What else you got, bro? You got anything else? I don't want to rush you. What else you got?
well, yeah. What's the kicker? I like the kicker they brought when Greg the Leg got COVID. He didn't miss a kick with us either, and they just released him after Greg the Leg came back. I thought they were going to keep him for competition, but, you know, politics. But all I want to say is Cowboys Nation is freaking out right now.
Yeah, they're freaking out.
But if you check every team is losing games. Like, we don't need to go 19-0, 20-0, whatever the number is now with the extra game. We don't need to do that. People forget that Tampa Bay last year went 11-5 and were a wild card team.
Man,
football is a game about peaking at the right time, and right now we had an early run, we got a nice lead, and we're in a rough patch right now. We lost a bunch of players, but that's fine. Like, we don't have Randy Gregory or D. Law. Like that right there is premium edge rushers. We lost Tyron Smith, and we lost Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb. So we were at a disadvantage in these last few games. They're going to come back healthy. Amari Cooper had 2 games off, right? Amari Cooper was banged up all year, so now he has rest. CD was gone for 1 game, so he got rest. We're going to peak, and we're going to peak at the right time and make a run.
This was the best. This was a damn good call. Because, bro, I ain't going to lie. It's like I was talking to my boy Jay Tuck today, and my boy Jay Tuck, bro, he said, I need a break. I was like, why you need a break? He was like, man, these Cowboy fans so negative. And like talking to people like you who get it, like it's about peaking. It's exactly what you said. It's about peaking at the right time. And everything you said, if I said it, I would just be basically stealing everything you just said. But facts. Like, we wasn't just missing players. We was missing superstars. Like, Randy Gregory was on his way to being a superstar. CeeDee Lamb had a top 10 grade coming out. Cooper is a legit top 5 receiver. Gone. Zeke is a top 5 running back that's banged up. Like, everything that you saying is true. And we still almost beat them, and we acting like the sky's falling. Thank you, bro. Listen, you have restored my faith in common sense. Thank you, brother. I ain't worried at all. I'm not worried. I'm cool. If we lose this next game, I ain't worried. Because it's who we got coming back. Can I be all the way honest,
like
too?
Scene in Avengers.
Go ahead.
It's like the scene in Avengers where, like, they're about to fight Thanos and everyone's coming through the portal. That's the Cowboys right now.
Hey, man, fantastic call, man. Make sure you call back, bro, because you dropped some knowledge and you leaked a video that I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm doing a video on peaking at the right time. So that's going to be, I'm telling you, you already way ahead of where I was going, because I want the Cowboy fans to still be able to enjoy this season and to recognize that the sky is not falling, man. Your voice matters.
Mm-hmm.
All right, my brother.
Thank you for having me on.
Oh, man, you killed it. Loved it. You take it easy, brother. Peace. All right, we still got the phone lines on, 941-942-2100, 941. And Nick, man, I'm going to call you after the show. Heard about what happened. I'm going to call you about that. Sorry to hear that, brother. I'm going to call you, too, right after the show. Boss Cowboy Sports, your voice matter.
What's up, man?
What's up, man? Who coming in the door like this?
Uncle Charles, man. What's going on, Uncle Charles, man?
Uncle Charles, what's going on, man? Talk your talk. What you got for us, bro? We talking about Anthony Brown, but
man,
we flexible.
Let me say this, man. You're doing a tremendous job, man. We thank you for your reflect on the game and our team. You do a hell of a job, and I want to thank you for that, man.
I appreciate that, big bro. I really do.
Well, let me get, man.
Go, yeah.
It's just an opinion. Maybe people won't agree with me, but it's just an opinion. I watched Anthony Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Brown was more and more about getting beat than turning around. See, once you get that as a corner, you're gonna get pass interference all the time.
Yeah.
And he said, well, Jim Jones said, well, these referees that's refereeing this game, they're known for throwing flags. So you knew going in.
Mm-hmm.
That's how these referees. Do I blame him on every one of them? No, I don't. But he earned 3 of them. He sure did. He earned them like you win a prize at a game show. He did that.
Wait. You said he earned 3 of them?
He earned 3. Okay, we'll just say 2.
Okay.
We'll meet in the middle of the road.
Yeah, we'll meet at the middle of the road.
Whatever happened to the safety helping the corner over the top? Whatever happened is why our safety is not helping our so-called weakest corner? Why is he not getting help out there? I want to ask you that question.
It looked like they was trying to help him, honestly, and it looked like it was bad balls because I got the film on right now. So when I look
Yes,
at
sir.
it, so on this play, I showed how he got bit on a drag. So I'm gonna look at all the plays where he got his PI, and let's look at the safety to answer your question. All right, give me 1 second, because I want to really answer that question from facts. I don't want to be in my emotions. I want to really talk about was the safeties in position to help. So here's a position right now to where the safety is in a single high. Okay, so the safety in this particular play has been taken away by helping out Hunter Renfro with Diggs. Now, I don't know why, and I don't see why that would make sense because I'm looking at the play right now. And
Right.
looking at Diggs with Hunter Renfro, and I'm looking at Kazi helping, and he shaded to that direction and left Anthony Brown the entire half the field solo. Okay, but in this play, I felt like it was a bad call on Anthony Brown, but it was no safety help. Let me look at the other ones real quick, and let's see where the safety
Right.
is, and then we'll answer that question. Give me 1 second. I'm just looking at it
Right.
because that's a good question, but I want to answer to what the film is saying. I don't want to answer it based on feelings. Give me 1 second. I'm getting ready to check it out. Okay, so they got safeties. Both of the safeties was at first showing pre-snap that they was basically in a too high shell, but then at the snap, it looked like Malik Hooker comes down into the box. He also looks like he's doubling Hunter. So here we go again. I'm seeing the pattern. What they have clearly said from what I'm seeing on the film, when I look at what the safeties are doing, they was looking at Hunter as the threat. They was looking at Hunter as the guy to watch, and they was leaving Anthony Brown solo on this particular play. And here we go again. This is where he PI'd. So you're right. On this particular play, he didn't have a lot of help. So we go look at the last play, and then let's have this conversation about safety help. No, it's two more
Well, you
plays.
know what?
Give me 1 second.
Go
Give me
ahead.
1 second. Give me
I'll
1 second.
finish.
Because we breaking down the film. I just want to, okay, so the safety help really wasn't there either. So this is somewhere to where you got definitely single high safety sitting on the very back end, Kazi, and you have Anthony Brown having to defend two ways because his guy is now in the slot. So let's see what happened. So he takes an inside release. Kazi was a little bit late on that, and that ball was underthrown, but he was surely there to help. So out of those 4 penalties, he really got help truly one time.
Right. Right. And
Yeah.
see this, and that's what I'm talking about, boss Cowboy. This is the problem. After that second pass interference, I have to think as a coach, hey, they picking on my corner. Let me send a safety to cut off the route. If he's so worried about getting beat, okay, fine, that's a natural reaction of a corner. You don't want to get beat. I get that. I got you. But you got to cut his route off out there, even if he's scoring with both of you. You send him out there anyway. Now, I'm going to tell you something, boss Cowboy.
Yo.
Now, this is similar to the game. Now, I just got through watching that game over again. It made me sick. I needed alka-seltzer. But I also watched Animal Kingdom. And I seen a couple of tigers out there and a lion out there just pertaining to the game. And they was looking at that elephant and they said, man, we're going to have something to eat for the next 4 weeks. And it seemed like the lions was standing off just a little bit. But the tiger said, no, I'm going to go get my meal right now. He jumped on that elephant back, he shook him off, and stroked him down till he was a welcome home man. After the beating had ended, the lions was looking at it like, well, we ain't got nothing to do with it. You, the one, could have helped him. But you didn't. And look at it now. You don't see none of his ears and eyeballs sticking up out the dirt. We need help out there. Anthony Brown needs help. Now, I'm going to tell you, and maybe my Cowboy brother and sister don't like this. The only thing can keep us from going to the Super Bowl is one man. It's only one. And that's Coach McCarthy. I watched him in a game with 53 seconds on the clock. You got 2 timeouts. Call timeout. Call timeout. Slow you guys down and come up with a play for you to score. But he just let the time roll. It seems like he getting some kind of cloud, or he dreaming about he don't eat a turkey leg or something, and you just lose all track on the game. I don't know why. But he will be the one that stop us from going to the Super Bowl. He's got to get better in certain situations. You can't expect, and stop going for 4th and 25 on your own 25. Stop doing that, because that's going to run me damn crazy too. Now let me just say this.
All right.
You know, we out here in the South, you know, of course, I'm on time in Dallas Cowboys. And I'm trying to tell these idiots down here, stop throwing that toilet paper. I'm glad Cowboy fans to do that. Listen, y'all, stop throwing toilet paper away. You're going to need it in the next 10 months when it's $45 for a 4-pack. And then when you realize you ain't got no more toilet paper, you go down there to the tree and see is it still there? Well, the person that done got it ain't no damn football fan. They're a toilet paper fan. And you be wiping your ass with your hand. You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. You go ahead. But I appreciate you, boss Cowboy. Now, I'm going to say this in closing.
All right.
What we need to do as of right now, what do Coach McCarthy do? Do he need to let Kellen Moore just be a little bit more, having more decisions? Or do he need to kind of step back? He don't get the credit. Do he need to step back or be aggressive with the players? I just need that answer, man.
I got you. Let me take the next call, and I'm going to answer that. Matter of fact, stay on the phone. I'm going to answer it with you because we all enjoying you, bro. You ain't got to go nowhere. So check this.
Yes, sir.
I feel like they're honestly doing something about Kellen Moore because Kellen Moore has shown that he still has a tendency to want to get very pass happy. And I can understand why, because then one of your bell cows is dinged up, like Zeke, you know.
Well,
so I do feel, honestly, my brother, that they are doing what they need to do to kind of keep balance within Kellen Moore. And I think Coach McCarthy, for the most part, is doing a pretty good job of delegating and overseeing the Dallas Cowboys, because this guy, in my opinion, Mike McCarthy, has managed very well some very dysfunctional things. Like, how many people can lose out the gate their best defensive player and tank and have the balls and judgment to say, okay, let's move Michael Parsons to the edge, even though we don't really have film evidence from college that he did it great. It was more so trusting the instincts of the player and the common sense to do it, and just look at the benefit of that. To me, this game to me belongs on the head of Dan Quinn. To me, that's who failed strategically on the chessboard. I'm being all the way honest with you. It's 3rd and 18, and you call for man coverage, okay? You call for man coverage with no help on a guy that was getting basically targeted all day. That was a strategic mistake. Why didn't you call zone coverage, make all your defensive players play back to the chains where you force a throw and make them rally to make a tackle for them to punt? No, he came out and said, I'm going to be super aggressive. I'm going to trust Anthony Brown in single coverage, and I'm going to trust Kazi in single high, that these guys that have been throwing flags all day go put their flags up. To me, it was Dan Quinn. But at the same time, being all the way honest, and maybe I'm too soft, but I say this, Dan Quinn done called such a hell of a year that I'm going to give him one pass on a bad judgment, because you've been making great judgments all year. I'm not going to be that guy that's going to just totally manure on you for a lapse in judgment at a critical point, you know. So I feel like it's all the coaches, but I also feel like all of them are bringing it together. But this game, strategically, to me, fell on Dan Quinn even more than Mike McCarthy and Kellen Moore, who was kind of playing with a bad hand, bro. That's to answer your question.
Right. He played with a bad hand. And I'm going to say this in close. I'm going to get on off. And
no, you good, bro.
Call him. Let me just say this.
Mm-hmm.
They said Tyron Smith is a Hall of Famer. Well, that might be true. But he's not a Hall of Famer yet. Hall of Famer players are available. That's Hall of Fame players. Look at Ronnie Lott. Cut his own face on just to go back in the game. He couldn't even point you in the right direction right now. Then you got the guy in the 70s, had a half a foot. He didn't let his disability stop him. He kicked a 53-yard field goal. Now we got guys, oh, I can't play. Why you can't play? Oh, man, I got a hangnail. A hangnail?
Oh, man, you crazy, man. You crazy.
I got to bed this morning. Did you kill yourself? No, well, bring your ass in the work. I want to hear all that mess. And I'd like to thank you, Boss Cowboy, man. This is my first time on your show. I thank you. You got a great show, man. You're very knowledgeable in the game. You support our team like no other. Man, I hope you welcome me back on the show, in the near future. I would like to come back on, man. And when I come, man, I can only be me, bro. I can only be me. I'm not going to be nobody else. I got to be Uncle Charles. I can't be nobody else. And that's all I got to say, bro. And I love you, bro.
Love you too, bro. Man, love to call your voice matter, man. Y'all give Uncle Charles a hand, man. He killed it, bro. That was a fun call. Cowboy fans, obviously, we very full of passion, and we should be. We love this team. We invest a lot into this team in terms of gear, in terms of research, in terms of time. A lot of us spend times away from our families just to research all this kind of stuff. And so, I love callers like Charles. He killed it, man. So we got the phone lines back open. Here we go. Boss Cowboy Sports, your voice matter.
Yo, what's up, Boss Cowboy, man? This is Rick, man.
What's up, Rick? What you got, man? You finna kill this call again, man? What you got, Rick?
Man. I gotta say this, man. This is my whole thing. They need to get rid of Greg DeLay. I'm tired of this dude. He's almost added up to almost 10 points for the season already. Yeah, and that's bad, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't. He's a momentum killer, man. He's a drive killer. Because you can't tell me that them boys in the beginning, when he scored that touchdown and he missed that damn extra point, that they ain't taking no air out of them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's deflating that they can't make extra points. It's deflating when you get on the one, you can't push the defense back to get into the end zone. You know what I mean? It's certain plays that's deflating plays. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I really believe like some personnel moves have to be made. You know what I mean? Because that can come back to bite us in the behind. Then another thing too, I didn't like the fact that McCarthy and them took points off the board. You know what I'm saying? I understand. We got a little closer. Because of that penalty. But if y'all gonna run that play, I'd rather kept that 1 point on the board, the extra point on the board, because that play was like too cute. You know what I mean? Sometimes I think we get too cute in the red zone, and I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to be able to impose your will in certain situations. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this college stuff, that's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? It's cute and cuddly, but it ain't football, bro. That ain't cuddly. NFL football.
No, Rick. See, because Rick, you was one of the first to actually call in and bang the table hard on Greg the leg. You was the first.
Yeah, man.
Because you said that when we was 6-1. You said that while we was clearly ahead. And remember I said, boys go call you greedy for that. Remember I said that? But I think it's nothing wrong with being greedy. Because to me, the best fans, Rick, they try to uncover every potential stone that can risk us losing. And I recognized that the first time you called. I say, Rick is greedy and I love it. And that's why I've been greedy on lay L to left guard, because I'm like, Connor Williams is playing good when he plays, but he was a liability on penalties. And I was like, we can improve. And so people didn't like it, but I didn't care. I'm like, bro, listen, you got to be greedy to win championships. You can't leave no stone unturned. So first, Rick, I want to thank you for being the person who put his balls on the line when we was 6-1, and you was still trying to figure out ways to improve. Shout out to you, bro.
Thank you, man. Because that's my whole thing. Is like, even my thing is like this. I know Zeke, even with Zeke, I know Zeke hurt. You know what I mean? I know Zeke is hurt, and my thing with Zeke is like this. He got to understand he's not Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard could do certain things that Zeke can't do right now. You know what I mean? Because he's hurt, and at the same time, too, Zeke isn't that type of runner. And my whole thing is like this. I feel like sometimes, depending on how the game start out, if Zeke not getting off, we got to put Pollard in the game. You know what I'm saying? We got to get to do some touches. Because what else this dude got to do to let them know, like, yo, he need a few more touches every game. You know what I mean? And because that dude's a game breaker. He's a game changer. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You never know. He can break one and take it to the house. You know, and my whole thing is, even between him, Pollard, and Lamb, they have to touch the ball in the beginning of the game to get them into the game. I don't like this throwing the ball to Lamb late in the game. Yeah. It's never good. It's not good results. You know what I'm saying? Because you see what other teams do with they game change the players. They make sure they touch the ball. They don't care if they shooting screens, handing the ball up to them, whatever they got to do to make sure that person touches the ball and now they're involved in the game. I think that makes us a better team. Because then the defense can't really lock in on what they can do to us. Now we can open the playbook up now. You know what I'm saying? Because now we hit them from different angles. That's one thing. My other last thing I gotta say is we kind of gotta be a little bit easy with Anthony Brown. A little bit. The only reason I say that is because we don't have our big dogs up there getting pressure on the quarterback. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Michael Parsons seems like he's the only one that's really been getting consistent pressure on these quarterbacks. You know what I mean? But you see what they did to him last game. They was running him over. They was setting Michael Parsons up, you know what I'm saying, and running straight at him. And we kind of got to be a little bit more patient to when our big dogs get back so Anthony Brown get a little bit more comfortable. Because you notice when Gregory was in there and they was getting pressure on the ball, he was getting a lot of bad throws, and they was coming up. Diggs and Anthony Brown was coming up on them pressuring the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? We know Anthony Brown can't cover nobody for a long time. I wouldn't expect him to cover nobody for a long time. Nope. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
So that's the only thing I got to say. And LVE is trash, and what you call it is trash too, Neil. Them two dudes are trash, man. I don't care. Let's see what the other backup dudes can do out there, man. Get them some burn, man. That's all I got to say, bro.
Man, Rick, I always love you, Kyle, bro.
Baseball's Cowboys, OC. I holla at y'all brothers, man.
Man, stay on it, brother. Man, fantastic, Kyle. Man, your voicemail. God, dog.
Yes, sir. Peace.
All right. And so, Deshaun Hall said, I love Pollard, but he can't pass block. That's true. That's true. And see, people got to understand how important that is what Deshaun Hall is saying, because I said that on Twitter, and I was actually debating somebody that's on 105.3 The Fan, because people got to understand, you limit your offense greatly when you can't trust your running back to block. So for everybody that loves the fact that when we would see the two high shell or two safeties sitting back there, we could run the ball. Well, that becomes very hard to be an adaptable offense and audible when you know the guy that got to go pick up this crazy linebacker that's running full speed to try to take out Dak is not good at picking that up. Oh, yeah, you got to change your offense a lot when you can't trust your running back to block. So everybody honestly need to be patient with Zeke as well, because Tony Pollard and Zeke are different types of running back. It's like thunder is different from lightning. But this is the issue. Both of them work when you want to cuddle. You know what I mean? Thunder and lightning both works great when you're trying to cuddle with your friend. But they're different. So the hammer is Zeke. The guy that pushes the piles are Zeke. The guy that gets you the hard first downs is Zeke. The guy that'll run your legs out is Pollard. The guy that'll have you gassed is Pollard. They're two different styles. And the one that's the sexiest to look at is Pollard, but the one that's also fundamentally important is Zeke when he's healthy. So it's one of those things to where they're thunder and lightning. And somebody asks, is Clement a good pass blocker? Del Prime, I don't even know. I know he played good with Philly, but I didn't check him out enough to know if he's a good pass blocker. He does seem like he lost a little bit of a step when I watch him, though. He don't look like the same player that he was in Philly to me. He doesn't, just to my eyes. Yeah, and I feel you, Eric. Great point. My boy Eric say, I do feel like they need to sit Zeke, though, boss, get him back right. I agree, bro. I agree 100%. And I do believe also that some things about basketball are good, like load management. Like, obviously, we don't want the flops and all that kind of stuff from bad officiated games. But it's also parts of basketball that Mike McCarthy has picked up that anybody that takes a step back and look at the big picture can see the major advantage of where we are with our record with who's returning. That's because it was managed right, Eric. And Eric is raising a good point. Yes, you do take a risk at having your team lose his hammer when you lose Zeke, which could sometimes make you lose games. But it's what Coach Marv said. It was what the first caller said. Football is about getting hot at the right time. So to Eric's point, which I 100% agree with, I'd rather take Zeke out now, let his knee get to where it's 80%, 90%, 100%, and then let's unleash on these guys the last 4 games, get in, even if it's a wild card. And let me say this too, and I'm going to take another call. Let me say this too, because it's really important. Sometimes some teams don't need to be the team that gets that bye. This is a young team. Some teams you need to keep hungry. So if we lose again and it makes us a wild card, yes, I would love home field advantage, but sometimes you got to know your team. Ask yourself this question, being all the way honest. When did Dallas play its best this year? When they backs against the wall. That's when Dallas is at its best. When their back is against the wall. So, am I tripping if we take an extra L because we loading up and getting ready to try to manage for the playoffs? I'm not, bro. I'm sorry. I just maybe think different than others. I know some people like, I never want to lose. It's like, no, I actually would take a loss if it's going to get me ready for the ultimate win. If this loss is going to have me humble and hungry for when it counts the most, give me the L. Give me the L. Now, some people, boss, you're fake. You're not a real fan. You said you're willing to lose. Yes, I am. On the big picture, yes, I am. If it makes us better, yes. If it makes us hungrier, yes. We play good when we underdogs. We play good when we disrespected. We play real good when people don't see us coming. So if that make us have to play an extra game to do that, I'm cool with it. Taking the call. Boss Cowboy Sports. Your voice matter.
Yo.
Yo.
Yeah, what's going on?
What's going on?
Cowboy.
What's going on, man?
What's going on? Okay, I'm glad I'm finally able to get through. I'm from the D.C. area. So my first thing I want to say about Anthony Brown, I was going through with my friends in group chats, like, we have to live with Anthony Brown. Like, he's come a long way. I know it's a bad game, but the coaches supported him. The coaching staff hasn't missed a beat. It just was a bad game.
Yeah.
I mainly put this loss on Dak, on that
once we didn't complete that third down on that little bootleg when he missed over, I knew it was over. Like, you knew how the game was being called. Like, that's still the offense had to win that. I can't put it all on Anthony Brown. I just can't. Everything's right for a reason. We getting the dogs back. CD coming back. Amari Cooper's coming back. We should be getting Tank soon. So things is up. I'd rather go through this rough patch now instead of in November than head into playoffs like this. So, I mean, everything's gonna work out. I ain't gonna stress too much.
Yeah, bro. I'm exactly like you, bro. I'm not gonna stress when we missing literal superstars. Like, we not missing role players. We are missing our superstar. Let me ask you a question. Could we say CeeDee Lamb is a star? Yes. Could we say Cooper is a star? Yes. Could we say Zeke banged up is a star? Yes. Could we say Cooper Rush is a star? No.
No.
But we not missing him. You know what I'm saying? Is Randy Gregg a star? Yes. Is Tank a star? Yes. We are literally missing our superstars, and we still one of the best records in the league. Why would we be panicking, bro? I just don't know, bro. I just don't.
Exactly. End of the day, man,
I'm not panicking.
Just pay the top bucks for a reason. We can't. There's only so long you can go winning games without your top guys, bro. But I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is, bro. Like,
Terrence still. Obviously, you got to argue about the O-line rotation for the past 4 weeks. I'm tired of it, but I mean, it is what it is.
It is.
Kyle's gonna be on the right side, still alive with the Rona. So
yeah.
The main thing, long as Tyron can stay, just come on, man, stay healthy. But we really gotta address that. We really gotta address that this upcoming draft. We gotta find his future replacement because every year he's missing 3-4 games.
Yeah.
And he's not getting no younger.
Yeah. I mean, he make up promises every year. He say, "Oh, I feel better than ever," and it's still happens.
What?
Every year.
I was watching his 1 hour interview. So this is the best I felt. Blah blah blah. Then he get hurt. But
every time.
Granted, I'm just glad it's not a neck injury. Like it happened against the Patriots game. What's it called? Pollard ran over his ankle. Kind of tripped him up. So man, it's a freak accident. I'm just glad he's back. We're gonna take care of the Saints for sure. And everything gonna take care of itself. Then handle the Redskins. We're gonna get a little mini bye. And the Eagles lost, so we good.
Yeah, we good, bro. Man, good call, man. See, these calls like this, man, your voice matter. You got anything else before we get off?
That's it, man. Y'all follow me on Eddie on Twitter. Eddie be on it. I follow all y'all, man. You guys help me get through the week, man. I appreciate y'all. I listen to Nate Newton and all them, the Dallas Cowboys website doing work. And when I come home, tune into you guys. You, Law, OC, who's the other guy? I love Vouch. I like him as well.
Yeah.
You guys keep doing your thing, man. Y'all hope my work week, even when I get off, go by fast. So keep it up, man.
Man, thank you,
I just
bro.
had to a little disengage after the Thursday loss, not too into no skipping them, but I'm back. I'm over it. I just need a day to get off the L's and I'll be back. So
no, we good, bro.
I'm just ready for it. All right, man. Take it easy. I'm glad I got through.
Oh yeah, no problem. Your voice matter, big homie. All right, great call, man. And I mean, I think a lot of our fans are kind of coming to the reality of what I'm doing a video on tomorrow. Cause yeah, man, like he said it best. Like, everybody say next man up. But the guy that actually won us multiple championships, Jimmy Johnson, he said this. He said, you win more games with Jimmys and Joes than X's and O's. Meaning talent is the most important thing. Having talent on your team is the most important thing over strategy. So, I mean, come on, y'all. How many stars are we going to have out before we say, you know what, eventually we was go hit a bump in the road. And this is our bump, bro. Like, let's just accept it. And let's also get better from it. You know, we got another bump. Terrence Steele got COVID. Damn. Bro, that's serious. You know what I'm saying? We need him. And this is a game where that pass rush is going to be tested. People got different views on who should be the right tackle, but hey, I know Steele should be the right tackle from the research I've done. Yeah, like, it ain't no doubt in my mind. I wasn't surprised when they started him. I was like, yeah, of course, you should have started him over Lael. But, you know, people got different opinions on that. I ain't trying to tell you how to think, but I will say this. You can lead a horse to film, but you can't make him watch. And we done already did the film breakdowns to show you, you know what I'm saying? If we lead you as a horse to the film and you decide I'm not go watch, that's on you. Like, so the fact that we came in here and showed you that at least 2 out of the 4 pass interference was horrible calls. I would say 3 out of the 4, but 2 out of the 4 for sure was horrible calls on Anthony Brown. So don't come in here and say after we show you the film, we lead you as a horse to the water, all you got to do is drink it. It's right in your face. So if we do that, respectfully drink it. All right. So I'm going to take another call. We got the call lines open. We got 941-942-2100. 941-942-2100. The call lines are back open. The subject that we've been talking about was Anthony Brown, and what should the Dallas Cowboys do about Anthony Brown. But we've now opened up to whatever y'all want to talk about. So anybody that want to call in right now, get on the show. You get on the show. Again, the number is 941-942-2100. Real quick, here we go. We got it. Boss Cowboy Sports, your voice matter.
What's up, brother? This is your boy Joe, man. Basically, I want to talk about Anthony Brown, and I feel like we've seen Anthony Brown struggle for seasons. It's not just something that's new, you know, regarding Anthony Brown. His best season was his rookie year. You know, granted, he was a 6th-round pick. I give him that, but it's still certain fundamentals at the cornerback position that he lacks, that if you are a true cornerback, that you should just have naturally. And I feel like he doesn't possess that, and we need to go on and give Boss Man a fat. If not, I mean, we need to give Boss Man a chance, because if not, we could have used that 2nd-round pick for something else this year that could have helped us, you know, in a playoff push or a chance to fight for a Super Bowl. To me, I feel like you wasting a 2nd-round pick. What do you think about that?
Man, that's a good point. So the thing that if we go do something, we need to do something now. If we go do it, we got 6 weeks. So I would want to start him out with a pitch count, right? Like my boy D.A. Lee said, where we giving him some reps at corner, and hopefully he exponentially shine and show that 2nd-round potential, right? Because that's all it is at this point, is potential. We don't know if he's going to play up to that 2nd-round level, even though he clearly has amazing measurables. He shouldn't have been kicked out the game either to that. But I do understand fans like yourself, my brother, who's very tired of Anthony Brown and feel like they have seen this story so many times, to where every year they feel like they have new hopes in him, and then you feel like you get let down. I get it.
Right.
I get it.
When Anthony Brown started making interceptions, I feel like because he seen Diggs making interceptions, and it forced him to step his game up, and I feel like it put even more pressure on him, and that's what we wasn't trying to do, was put even more pressure on him, because he can run. He's one of the fastest dudes on the team. But what good is speed when you steady getting burnt and you have no ball skills, no eye control? I tell people all the time. I told my wife when we were watching the game, me, if I was a player as a wide receiver, every time I see you with your head not turned around, I'm gonna jump into you because you gonna get the flag every single time.
Mm-hmm.
See, a lot of people didn't agree with that flag that he got when he couldn't turn his head, and that flag was legitimately on Anthony Brown because your head should have been turned way before you got to the end zone.
Yeah.
And another person I'm having issues with is Jordan Lewis too. I have games where I say, okay, Jordan Lewis, you doing good, you making sound tackles, you breaking up the pass, but he's guilty of making some of the same pass interference, maneuvers that Brown is guilty of. And I like to see other people get a chance. We done experimented with the offensive line back and forth, and I don't believe with all of the heat that Dak is taking, because honestly, you can put anybody back there right now, and they're gonna have the same problem.
Yeah. Hold on. You saying anybody at quarterback?
I'm saying basically you can put anybody to play quarterback for us right now. They're gonna have issues. When you have issues on your offensive line, it doesn't matter who your quarterback is.
Yeah.
And Dak is one of the best quarterbacks in the game. But if he don't have time, like this last 2 or 3 games, it's basically down to hut and throw.
It must say down, say hut and throw. They weren't that bad, but generally, I feel you.
When he have time, he can go through his progression. He can go through his reads.
Right.
When he came into the Oakland Raiders game, he was still shipped from the Chiefs game. When he came into the Chiefs game, he was still shipped from the game before that.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question. Let's get down to solutions real quick. Are you saying you would want to see Nashawn Wright start and Boss Man?
I want to see him get an opportunity, just like I want to see Boss Man, but I don't want it to be fourth quarter. We either blowing somebody else out or getting blown out, because
so
you
you want to put him out there
anything
during the pivotal times. You want Boss Man and Joseph's out there like with the ones. You want, so basically you want to low key, and I'm not saying this being funny, you want to kind of treat it like preseason almost, like to where we're going to rotate with the ones and see what you can do.
Preseason, in a sense, not to cut you off, not necessarily preseason, but you have to give these guys a chance. If not, you don't know what you have, and you're going to wait till next season and see, and then find out one of these players possibly could have helped you. I'm not saying don't play Anthony Brown no more. Just because you sit on the bench don't mean you don't play anymore, because he still has experience, but he's doing more harm than good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, see, because when we get down to solutions, we sound like we saying the same thing. Once we get down to solutions, what we sound like we saying is we want to see a pitch count with those other guys, but that's something that got to be measured very carefully, because you also got to consider the confidence of Anthony Brown. You got to also make sure you manage this in a way that you don't have a guy feel like he got to play perfect in order to be treated fairly. You know what I mean? So it's sensitive. The only thing I would say is time is also running out. I think they got about 2 weeks at the most to kind of do any kind of pitch count, to do any type of competition rotation. And I do think you want to see them doing blowouts. So if we go out there and we just handle Philly and we handle the Redskins, give them all those trash reps. Let's see what you do against starters, because sometimes you can still make plays and stand out in meaningless games or games that you have in full control. But I do want to see those guys. I'm not just quite ready at this stage of the season to start those guys. So But great call, bro. What else you got?
I appreciate it, man. One last thing, I'm gonna get off. Do you feel like our running game works better when we use a fullback? Because when we run out of single back formation, we don't have a lot of success running the ball.
Yeah, historically, yes. The numbers say you right on that too. We did real good when we had Smith here as a leading blocker for Zeke. He was a real good lead blocker, and all those Hulk packages with McGovern are also very effective. When we come out with McGovern and we use him as a fullback, Zeke also has a lot of success out of that as well. So Kellen Moore is doing stuff about it. It's just not the normal type of fullback that we used to. It's the Hulk package that they use in McGovern as a fullback, and I do think it's working. And I think it's working at pivotal points. So I don't think we quite have that fullback on this team. So I'm glad that Kellen Moore is creative about getting a guy in here that can do that vision that you have, bro. So, yeah, I do think we need it, and I think we're doing good by using McGovern as that option.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah,
you already have an injured Zeke. It'll give him a chance to take on that first linebacker or a blitzing safety. You know, take some pressure off of your running back. Help him out.
Nah, I agree, bro. Totally agree. So, no, great call, man. Great call, bro. And your voice absolutely matters. And trust me, we do understand not having patience in Anthony Brown from the previous 5 years. You know, it's one of those things to where it took him a long time, but to me, he started finally playing with some confidence. That confidence also had him playing better. I think the pressure, he stepped up to the pressure because his name was out there in a bad light after the Tampa game. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he had to turn it around quick because the whole world was searching for answers. And he did turn it around. Right. It's just what we trying to make sure.
I just don't want us
hold
to
on
be
real quick.
In
we trying to make sure. Hold on real quick. Hold on real quick, bro. Because they can't hear both of us. They can't hear both of us. So what I want to make sure real quick is that it's not fool's gold. That's what most of us is thinking. What was you saying?
Honestly, I just want us to be in a situation to where I don't want to see our young talent get older and get wasted. Like I've seen so many, Cowboy players before, while we still trying to, figure things out, like we did with Sean Lee and etc. on many players who was deemed good or were good. Then at the end of their career, it pretty much didn't amount to anything because we wasted their time, and I don't want to see that with this generation of Cowboys.
No, yeah, it could happen, but let's just hope it don't, bro. I think everything is working out for our good, though. I really does, even the bad things. Straight up.
Oh yeah, me too.
All right, man. Your voice.
All right, bro. I appreciate you for taking my call, G Money.
Oh no, man. Anytime, bro. Your voice really do matter, man, and you raised some excellent points. Excellent points.
All right, bro. Thank you.
You're welcome, man. DC4L. All right. Special K said this. He said, I look up players that were drafted around the 44th pick: Asante Samuel, Aziz, Nick Bolton, JOK. Were there some players still on the board that you had over Boss Man Fat? Yes. Yeah. And then the good thing is it was already in the Boss Cowboy guide. Like, so I ranked the players. So you can already see my ranks. You can see the corner ranks and you can see the overall ranks of the players that I had graded ahead of Boss Man. I do think at this point it don't matter because he's our son now. And so I feel like when he's a son of the team, I piss on everybody for Boss Man because now he's our son. Like, then it was like I didn't know him. I didn't know if he was going to be on our team. So, I only ranked what I saw. And plus, he didn't have a lot of starting corner reps. He didn't in college. So I put a lot of weight on seeing you in big games a lot. That's how I grade, and I really didn't see him in enough big games to feel certain about him. But I love his athleticism, and I think he gonna rock. Boss Cowboy Sports, your voice matters.
Hey, dog.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I was just watching your show, man, and I honestly feel like Anthony Brown got to go. And it's not just him either. I feel Jordan Lewis needs to go too.
Okay.
It's been about 3 years, and they both been just falling and declining. And I agree with what you were saying about Anthony Brown. He's getting to his little peak. He's getting confident in himself. But if you think about it, he's getting beaten in man coverage all the time. We can't leave him on the island by himself. Then we're taking our safety. We kind of throwing the safety inside the box, outside the box. When we go nickel, it's like he's by himself. So there's no real chance for him to be an elite corner for us. And Jordan Lewis been with us, about almost 4 years, 5 years, the same amount of time. And he done dropped from second string to freaking fourth on our roster. So do you feel, my question is, would you rather continue to keep Anthony Brown and release Jordan Lewis, or give Jordan Lewis another try at second corner and release Anthony Brown?
Well, at this point, I would release neither. I wouldn't. Not now. Maybe in the off season, but definitely not now. Because right now, those two guys are the guys that got the most experience. And as far as I would say, to me, this was Jordan Lewis' worst game. I can't remember another game like this for him, bro. I really can't. I can't remember another game to where he got cooked like he got cooked in the first series. You know what I mean?
Right.
I do feel like he has lost a little bit of confidence. I think it restored his confidence when he played big and got them big turnovers and all that kind of stuff versus Minnesota. But it's one of those situations to where, like, even before this game, Anthony Brown only had one pass interference for the whole season up into that game. So I'm with you. I'm not saying both of those guys are barn burners. I think both of those guys are similar to the 92 Cowboys, where we had Kevin Smith and we had Larry Brown. Neither one of those guys was barn burners, but both of those guys was good enough to win a championship with. You know what I mean? So obviously when we got Prime, that's a whole nother level of corner. But then there's serviceable corners, and I think both of those guys for this year have been serviceable to where they're going to be up and down. They're going to give you games that's going to be solid. Then you're going to have some games that's going to be like, you know what I mean? But this was Jordan Lewis's worst game. This was like an Anthony Brown game from about 3 years ago. He's had bad games like this, meltdown games. But I showed on the film earlier, my brother. I showed on the film earlier that 2 out of the 4, I say 3 out of the 4, but for sure 2 out of the 4 of those penalties was bogus, bro. Bogus on third down. So I don't think we can get rid of them, but I would want to see some kind of way Kevin Joseph get some reps to where if he's truly that fish in water, if he's truly that guy and he comes in and he just kills it, then yeah, make the switch, bro. I ain't crying.
Yeah, I like the Joseph kid. I like Wright too, right? I just feel like he need more footwork within himself.
Yeah.
But I definitely felt like they should have gave Joseph a chance, especially in I would have threw him in against the Chargers. I feel like the Chargers game, that would have been his best game to at least get a rep in.
Yeah, but remember, what's your name?
My name's Darren.
Darren. Remember, his groin was hurt. See, that's why Coach Marv was talking about availability hurt him. Like when he hurt his groin, that hurt everything, right? Because those of like the reason why we see Osa and we know Osa's a baller because Osa's available, right? So when we lost Gallimore and we didn't have Tristan Hill, we was able to see Osa. But what if Osa had some growing issues and wasn't playing? None of us would have ever known that Osa is the baller that he is. You know what I mean? So that's why Coach Marvin always talk about the STAR, right? And what he talking about is it's an acronym. STAR is for I know A is for available. and that's one of the things that you gotta be if we go try to hope in you, because at this point the season is starting to wind down and we trying to get these boys ready for the playoffs, and it's like, do we have time now to gamble with you just because we drafted you in the second round? Time is starting to run out. So if they go do it, they need to do it now. If you want to see who he is, do it now.
Definitely. And one more thing. So how do you feel about Jabril Cox as a linebacker?
I felt like he had a real good preseason. I felt like he was definitely amazing in coverage as a linebacker coming out of LSU. He was weak and below average in tackling at LSU, right? Mm-hmm. But
definitely,
he looked like he made those corrections during the preseason because he was making good tackles, right? You know, and they were starting to work him in once they got rid of Jalen. And right now would have probably been a good time for him where he would have been probably being ramped. They would have been ramping him up right now with the absence of Jalen, right? And the bad play of Neal and LVE. They would have gave him his shot. He just had the ACL injury. I'm still mixed with Cox because I want to see you now perform against starters. I saw you do it on third team and 14 guys in preseason. I want to see you do it against starters before I anoint you, because I'm not going to act like you was not a liability in tackling in college. I'm not going to hope that go went away. I want to see that went away. I want to hope it, you know. But in terms of an asset, I can see him being a type of curse. You know what I mean? A guy you can use like as the big nickel, a guy you can use in the box, a guy you can also use to cover and take away tight ends. No, that's an asset all day. So, and he likely might be the reason we move on from curse, because we go probably see him as a type of curse. So.
Okay, yeah, I agree with that one. That's logic right there.
Yeah, man. But man, you got anything else?
No, that's it, man. I appreciate your channel, man.
No problem, man. Y'all stay tuned for tomorrow, because I'm gonna be releasing another video, and we gonna start kind of preparing for the Steelers. I already been watching the film on those guys, and obviously I'm gonna be focusing on that interior because I think that's where they could give us troubles. But I'm already breaking down the Steelers, man. So I always thank you for watching the channel and sharing the channel, my brother.
No problem. God bless.
God bless. All right, man. So we getting ready to take the final call. This gonna be it. Oh, there it is. Oh, hold on. Y'all give me a second. All right, there it is. Boss Cowboy Sports, your voice matter.
Oh, what's happening, boss?
What's up? Who's this?
Tina JP.
JP?
Yeah.
What's going on? Let's talk.
Oh man, I'm just this one stings. So I guess we got to get ready for the Saints. But man, I don't understand why they play all the rookies except for Boss Man.
Yeah.
Anthony Brown has his technique. You need to move him over to safety, if anything, man. I don't think you should see the field anymore this year, bro.
Okay.
His technique, bro. I mean, he get up to the line and he bump you, and he just lose you because he open up his hips, and you got him, and once you do that, you're gonna get beat all game. And I knew that they was gonna come at him. They game plan for him. The Raiders did.
They did.
And any other team.
Clearly.
If you need a first down, go after Brown. If you need a touchdown, go after Brown. Bruh. It's time to put him on the bench. I can't watch another game. I'm glad I turned the TV off, bro.
That wasn't. Hold on. You serious? You turned off the TV for real?
I turned off the TV.
For how long, bro?
I went outside and I prayed and I said, Lord, give me the strength to like this team and watch this team next week, bro. I mean, it's.
That was went out there praying.
It's like it's the same thing with Jason Witten. They wait all this time, like they did with Jason Witten. All those tight ends was behind him, got no reps, they got no skill, no ball play, and they finally let him go and he retired, bro. It's the same thing with Brown, bro. He been here forever.
Yeah.
He's a highlight reel. He been there forever. If they roll him out there against the Saints, bro, I'm not watching the game.
Wait.
Yeah. Look, bro, I played DB, bro.
Me too.
I was one of the number one top prospects here out of Oregon because I'm from Mississippi, but I played Oregon, bro. And I know this game of defensive back, bro. And
yeah. Talk to me.
You got to stay young. You got to play with the young cats.
So hold on, because you sound like you got some cojones. So are you saying right now to just pull the Band-Aid off and start Boss Man? Am I hearing you right, sir?
Yeah. Let me ask you this, bro.
Yeah, I'm listening.
If you, how you going to get experience of playing cornerback in the NFL if you can't get on the field?
Yeah, facts.
That's like me, bro. I'm a truck driver.
Mm-hmm.
If a rookie comes in and he's just got fresh out of truck school, hey, I'm gonna watch you, train you, but then at the time you need to get on your own. And then once you flourish with your backing and your where you need to go and how to get in and out of places, you good. You got to let him get his feet wet and play. He get a PI, that's fine. If he get beat deep once, you got me on this one. That's cool, but not no more, bro. I got my whole game experience. I go back and watch me next week on film, and I come back and correct what I need to do the following week, bro. But see, my thing is they waited so long, bro. So long to put him in. Now we're in the middle of the season, and he was healthy 3 weeks ago.
But let me ask you a question. Let's keep it real, though. Give me your name one more time.
Benny JP.
Benny JP. Can I just call you JP? Or it got to be Benny? Yeah, can I just... Benny JP. I got it. Benny JP. Listen, Benny.
Yeah.
Let me just ask you a real question. How could you start him over Anthony Brown the last 3 weeks when the last 3 weeks Anthony Brown been playing good? How could you do it?
Bruh, that was been the bench bomb competition. Bombs, bruh.
Hold on.
Okay?
Hold on, bro. Minnesota's no bums. That's Jefferson over there in Thielen. And them balls didn't do nothing on Anthony Brown. Those are dogs.
Did he cover?
Yes.
Did he cover Jefferson?
Yes, and Thielen. And made a big hit on Thielen and made them cough the ball up.
Nah, bro, it's one game, bro.
You one of them dudes. You one of them dudes.
That's just one game, man. Okay? That's just 1 or 2 games. That's it. And Jefferson, he ain't got all that much speed anyway.
What?
Yeah.
Wait. I was with you, bro. I was with you.
Technique and skills.
Hold on, bro.
Technique and skills.
Hold on.
Now, Brown got skills, but this boy got
Hold on, bro. You said Jefferson ain't got no speed.
Yeah, he decent, bro. He decent. I mean, he'll give you a 4.5.
Boy, you tripping?
Boss gonna give you a 4.
Hey,
Boss gonna give you a 4.2 or 4.3.
You know Jefferson ran a 4.45 electronic. So if you would have put that on a handheld clock, that's a 4.4 flat. Plus, he got clear game speed too. Hey, listen, we ain't gonna debate Jefferson. I ain't gonna even do that, bro. I ain't gonna even do that.
But we talking about
AB,
the elephant in the room.
Yeah, AB. I'll stay with AB.
Yeah,
because I ain't got to talk about no Minnesota. Let's talk about our own guys.
Here it is coming down the stretch. I'm gonna hang up with you in a minute. Here it is. They waited all these weeks to put him in. Here it is coming down the stretch, and now you talking about you want to put him in, but he could have got his feet wet a while back. So now, if you want to put him in now, it's going to get tougher.
It is.
So if you're gonna do it now, do it, and then do it for the playoffs.
Yeah, we agree on that. We agree. If you go do it, you got to do it now.
Huh?
Yeah, I agree with you. If they was to do it, you can't play with it. You would have to pull the Band-Aid off right now. Like have some big old nuts and do it right now.
Right.
And it ain't that big of nuts. And the thing
about him
it's not.
He can play 5 yards. Check this out, bro. I played DB. I was a hell of a corner. I wish I would have broke my ankle in college. But you can play him 5 yards off the ball, bro, and he still can recover. Joseph, a break on the ball, if it's a slant or whatever, he gonna be there, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, you put Brown out there again, you're gonna lose 3 more ball games.
God, dog, you talk. Hold on. You say we gonna lose 3 more ball games?
Yeah.
Hold on. So you believe with Tank coming back? You believe with Cooper coming back? You believe with CeeDee Lamb coming back and Randy Gregory that the guy that's gonna lose us the games is Anthony Brown? I don't think we losing 3 more games. Bro. Not with them.
I'm scared.
I just don't. I don't think we losing 3 games. More games, bro. You said 3 more. That's a lot of games.
Out there on the field, you're gonna lose 3 more games, bro. You can score 30. What would you score? 36 to 33?
Yeah, but we was missing.
You can score 38. You can score 38. Other team gonna score 30, 40 points, and they know where to go to get that 40.
Oh, you telling me? Hold on, bro. You might be going too hard now, Anthony Brown, bro. What you eating, bro? You over there, man? You got to listen, man. You can't be having no Thanksgiving dinner and on the show. You can't.
I got roast going. I got roast going.
Bro, you can't do that roast. Everybody can hear that you eating, bro. You killing the quality of the show with your mouth full. Have some patience, bro. Take the food out your mouth. Let's talk. All right. So check this, bro. Because I'm thinking you one of them dudes that fall in love with your own idea. I do, bro. Because
Hey,
it is people
I told
like
you,
you
bro, I done played
that you
this game.
bet
I can look
against
at it.
Anthony
I can
Brown,
look
so
at a
you
game.
cannot.
I can look at a game and give you the prediction, bro.
But you
I can look-
predicted
I
three
can look at the
losses.
game,
I will
and I can
bet
tell
you
you
$1,000 we
what's
not
gonna
gonna
happen.
lose 3 more games. I will bet you
If you roll
$1,000.
up, yeah. And I hope you got my number down there because I'm
I bet you $50. It don't even gotta be 1,000. I'll bet you $50 with Anthony
Okay,
Brown
you
starting
got my
that we
number.
would not lose 3 more games.
3 more games, and I want my $50.
Yeah, that's a bet. That's a bet.
You got my number.
Hold on. Let me see. Let me make sure I got this. The 917, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. No,
listen,
971. That's it.
I see 971. I got a 917. The Caesar.
No, that's somebody else.
Man, we gonna have to figure out how to make this bet good, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gonna have to
Yeah.
now, bro, because I don't have your number, and I'm gonna call you on this too, because we not losing
Yeah.
no 3 games with Anthony Brown. I don't care if Anthony Brown.
Yeah.
We are not
I'ma take
losing
my-
no
and I'ma
3
take
games, bro.
My darling wife out on your $50.
Huh? I'm trying to figure out.
When I get
hold
that
on.
50 from you, I'm gonna take my wife out.
Bro. Oh, this is gonna be an easy 50 I get. Hold on real quick. Let me see.
We gonna eat good off that 50.
Boy, you got your wild. I'm trying to get your number because I'm gonna call you, bro. I'm gonna call you and don't be over faking like, oh,
right,
I ain't
bro.
got the money, man. I had some hard
telling you,
times. I ain't trying to hear none of that.
I can call you back after I hang up, man. You can just save it.
Okay, call me when you hang up. I see a 917. I don't want to get a whole number, but I see a 917 number. Because I want to make. Don't give your number. Don't give your number live, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that.
No, I'm not. Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, but we gonna figure this out. Give me your name, because if we gonna link up, because this bet is official.
Benny JP.
All right, Benny JP.
Yeah.
I got you, Benny JP. Yeah. All right, and stop
Yeah,
eating, bro. Don't call my show eating like that no more. Don't do that, homeboy.
Oh, my bad, man.
Nah,
My
you
bad.
good.
Yeah, that's wrong of me. I'm sorry about that.
No, you good. Hey, but yeah, your voice matter, bro. Thank you for the bet, and I'm gonna enjoy my Christmas. I'm gonna enjoy my Christmas dinner. Yeah, my Christmas dinner off you, bro.
Well, Santa ain't gonna come early here, baby.
Yeah, man, because see, like, I know Anthony Brown has some problems, but he not go be the reason why we lose 3 games. I'm certain on that. I'm so ready to get
Okay,
this
give me
fit.
your prediction right now before we hang up. What's gonna be the record at the end of the season? How many games got left?
I mean, it's only really 2 risky games. It's the Saints, and it's more so because they are so well coached, and they gonna be able to possibly get after us because of our offensive line reshuffling. They might give us some fits. And then Arizona. Everybody else, man, dog, we should walk away with everybody just because, bro, we have superstars coming back. We don't just have role players. We got superstars. You know what I mean? So Cooper is a real life top 5 number 1 receiver. Randy Gregory was playing at a very top level, was on pace for over 10 sacks in a very short period of time. And then you got Tank coming back, who's gonna be extra motivated because it's looking like if he don't ball out, he gonna be the first person they trying to get rid of next year. So if he wants to stay in Dallas, he gonna be so motivated. I just don't see that happening, bro. I just think it's too much talent coming back, and then CD Lamb coming back. That's just too much, bro. I think it's a major overreaction from the loss to the Raiders. Washington, what, bro? I'm finna hang up, bro.
Washington, and you got Arizona, and you got Philly.
Did you see the Philly game today? Did you see how they was anemic versus the Giants? They look garbage. Yeah, but we got our bet. I got it written down right here. We got all these witnesses. I'm gonna want my 50, bro.
Yeah. Hey,
All right.
Get your hand out of my pocket.
All right, man. Your voice better, Benny JP. Take it easy, man.
Okay.
I gotta take another call, bro. I can't go out like that. I should have made it 100. The lunatic. I should have, because I started with 1,000. I was gonna try to get him. I was like, nah, he ain't gonna take 1,000. I have to go for. I should have said 100. You right. You a hustler. You a hustler, the lunatic. All right, here we go. Boss Cowboy Sports, your voice matter.
Hey, what's going on, boss? This is Del Prom.
It's who?
Del Prom.
Oh, Del Prom, what's going on, man? Finally get you on,
man,
bro.
That previous caller, man. He was tweaking.
You think he was tweaking, bro? I think he was. I think Anthony Brown had him hot, and I understand. Anthony Brown had me hot for a while. He had me hot for a while. I was ready. I was so done with him. I think a lot of fans still are. And so anytime he, even looked like he might have played bad, they go get him. And I understand it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, come on, like he deserves another chance. You know what I'm saying? He's been playing very well for us up to this point, right? Yeah. So he just had a bad game, and then besides, some of those calls that he had was questionable, right?
Super.
So, and I mean, come on, guys, let's give him one more chance, man. He at least deserves that. He's been playing very well this season. I understand, for the past few years he hasn't been playing well, but he's showing up now, right? So let's kind of put that behind us, and let's see what he does these next couple of weeks. Does he, bounce back, from having this bad game? And if he does, then let's not have this conversation anymore. Like you said earlier, right? He's a serviceable corner. We need that right now, especially late this season.
Right. Well said, Dale. And I think what you said is the way to go about it. I think you should give him a couple of more weeks. Make sure that was, not him reverting back to his former ways. Because to be honest, it wasn't a bad game. Like, that's why I showed all the field, Dale. I had to show it because it's like they ain't gonna believe you if you say it. Show them. Like, show these people that those was a very bad calls. I'm saying 2 out of 4 for sure. Really, it's 3 out of 4, but I'm being, safe by saying 2 out of 4 of those. But people got to remember that moved the chains, and that put most of them in the red zone.
Yep. And then also, do you take away that 3rd and 18 call, right? I remember there was a previous caller on one of your other shows that mentioned, like, look, they should never call man in 3rd and 18.
Yeah,
right.
Facts.
I mean, he was already getting cooked in terms of the game, but you should be in zone on that play. You know what I'm saying? So I will put that one on the coaches.
Yes,
that wasn't him.
Well said, bro. Well said. And see, because I said the exact same thing too, and from that caller that initiated that thought last week, like, why was we putting a player that already had 3 penalties in man coverage with hardly any help on 3rd and 18? Like, even on Madden, the game Madden, on 3rd and 18, you're not going to pick man coverage as your defense. You're going to pick zone.
Yeah. And
even on Madden.
On top of that, too, guys, is Deshaun Jackson, right? Come on. Yeah. You know how hard it is to cover that dude?
Yeah.
Every corner in the league would tell you, look, you can't cover him the whole game. He's going to at least get one on you, right? I mean, come on, guys. Like, we got to be realistic here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then one thing I want to call out, though, and this is outside of AB.
Yeah.
This Thursday, I feel like it's going to answer all the questions with Lael Collins, right? He's going to play right tackle since we know Steele is out because of COVID. Mm-hmm. Right? So, I mean, guys, if he doesn't play well against Cam Jordan, what do we have to say now? Right? Because this is an opportunity to show out and say, look, I'm still in it and I'm here. So if he doesn't show up this game, guys, come on. We got to put this conversation to bed.
True, bro. And I felt like it was put to bed, to be honest, this previous game. Because there's no way they would have started still at right tackle unless they was seeing what we were seeing from this show. That the film was saying that the guy who was playing better right tackle currently was Terrence Steele. And it's no hating on Lael. It's just that's what the film was saying. And we didn't shortcut it. Dale, I know you've been here pretty much on every one of those shows. You know what I mean? To where it's impossible to look at them side by side at right tackle. Now, I'm not talking 1 or 2 plays. Like, I ain't talking about doing it like that. I'm talking about to where we look at all of them, pass and run plays, all of them, grade them side by side. It's no way to come out and say that the better right tackle was Lael. So, yeah, and I'm going to be honest with you, Dale. I thought this game was going to be the game that was going to expose it. You know, I felt like if they would have put Lael out there with that talent that he was getting ready to go against with the Raiders, I thought it was going to really cement Steele at right tackle, because I feel like he's not quite ready yet with that hip. I think that hip is holding him back. I honestly do.
Yeah, man. I mean, but Cam Jordan, I feel like the league doesn't really talk about him, but that man causes problems, man.
Yeah, he does, bro.
On the edge. And I'm surprised that the team, the league doesn't speak about him as much. But, man, look, I have my eyes on Lael this Thursday, man. I'm going to really be looking at him, seeing how he plays throughout the game. And this is the opportunity for him to play the whole game, right? There's no subbing out.
No subbing, bro.
There's no switching around or anything like that, right? They're going to have to keep him there and let him play the whole thing. So, yeah, we'll see.
Man, but good observation, bro. Fantastic observation. Fantastic. Because you're right. This is go cement. This game is go cement who should hold down that right tackle. And I think this is, I want to get your thoughts on this. I think this is also going to start a potential move to Lael to left guard, because you can't have that much money sitting on the sideline. You just can't.
I agree. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. But the thing is, all right, if they do that, then I heard a previous caller earlier talk about a fullback, right? Mm-hmm. They better do that that Hulk formation, like how you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, the Hulk package.
Back in McGovern, right, to open up the the run lanes, because I heard another caller earlier talk about that single back. We haven't been having a lot of success, running the ball out of single back. So yeah, we got to put somebody back there to open up, running lanes for us.
Yeah, and honestly, I think it's gonna come all together, man. I think offensive line. The more and more I looked at it, the more and more I stopped talking about it. You know why? Because I could tell it was gonna take care of itself. It was like, you don't have to beat a drum that's going to take care of itself. I don't have to lobby for something that's going to work itself out. You know what I mean? So it was like, boss, put your energy on other debates that are more fruitful, because this one is going to handle itself. And that's what I started seeing. Because y'all remember, I was beating the drum heavy against Connor Williams before anybody, I would say.
Yeah, you were. And I had to look at that, too. I was just like, damn, why is he dogging him so much? But then those penalties, man.
It was the penalties, bro.
Key points of the game. I was like, yeah, I got it.
Yeah, and it's never personal. It was just, we can do better than that. That's the whole thing I was saying, is why should we settle for that when we can do better than that? And we surely can't afford that going into the playoffs. So it came across like I was personal against, but I'm never personal against any of those guys. It's more so like, I want to put out the ideas, my brother, that I feel like is going to put us in the best place to win. And that's the whole reason why the OC and I created this channel, man, Dale, so that we can, lead on ideas that we really believe makes us better.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, man. Well, thank you so much, man. Keep doing your thing, and I'll be here, tuning in on all your shows. Thanks.
Man, I appreciate it, man. And also, man, continue to share the show and like and subscribe. I know you already did, but please share it as well. That's one of the biggest things you can do, is share this to a group or anything like that. So anyway, man, always, man, Dale, good to talk to you finally, my brother. Your voice matters.
All right, man. Peace.
All right, I'm feeling good, man. I'm gonna take one more call. Hold on. I'm gonna take one more call. Somebody said 26 years. Somebody hating on us. Somebody said 26 years of no NFC Championship appearance. I mean, hey, listen, brother. Rings don't have no expiration dates on them. You understand? Our team is not 26 years old, my son. This team was America's team before 26 years ago. New England just caught us in playoff wins. When you think about the domination of New England since 2001, and you think about that they finally just caught the Landry era. I'm sorry, not us, the Landry era. So there was a time in our era beyond 26 years ago where we was better than the current record of New England from 2001. So if you think your hating ass go take that awesome history away from us because of 26 years, you got us messed up. You can take that old fly hating comment to somebody else that don't know better and that actually don't understand that rings don't expire. I love check and catch like that. I love it. I love it. Y'all give me 1 second, man. Something going on with this phone. Let me try to see if I can get it back up. So I'm going to take one more call. Boys, they come in here all that hate, man. You ain't gonna never let you hate on my team. Do you understand that? I want you to know you ain't gonna never in your life, none of y'all gonna ever be able to hate on my team. All right, let me try again real quick. All right, so listen. Okay, so I'm making an outbound call by accident. The last person that just tried to call us. Boss Cowboy Sports, your voice matter.
Hey, what's up, boss?
What's up? Who is this?
Hey, this D shit.
Hold on real quick, bro. Hold on, D. Hold on real quick. Oh, I know who this guy is. A Boogie the Boss. This dude say Terrence Steele got injured. Thank God. Okay. So you literally go come on my channel, boy, and you go say thank God that Terrence Steele got COVID. Are you for real? You that messed up, bro? You don't even deserve to have boss in your name. You employee thinking bum. Like, ain't no way you go ever think you go be able to come on my show knowing that this whole lobby for Terrence Steele has never been about him being a favorite. It's always been about what's best. But you want a reaction so bad that you want to roll on my channel to hate like that. To hate a player that you say you for as a Dallas Cowboy fan. I'm telling you, man, we got some straight weirdos as fans. Go ahead, bro.
Shit, man. I mean, it's a big fan base though, man. So you're gonna have some.
Hold on, real quick. Hold on, real. I'm sorry, bro. This dude said he unsubscribing. Good. Get your ass on, weirdo. I don't want nobody like you subscribe to me. Please unsubscribe and tell 10 people that's like you to do the same. For real. Unsubscribe right now. I don't want nobody like you that's happy that one of our players got COVID ever subscribing to Boss Cowboy. Go somewhere else, homeboy. I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro.
If he a so-called fan, he know what your platform on that been anyways. So he obviously feels some type of way of like what your overall like analysis of the right tackle position.
That's all it is.
So,
yeah, that's all it is.
I mean,
He wanted a reaction. Weirdo.
Yeah,
it's some weird people on social media, bro. You be like, damn, bro. Like, I don't even know you. Like, where you come from? Who are you?
It's the gift and the curse.
It is. My bad, though. I didn't mean to cut off your call. That was just sick. What that dude said.
For it, but you do too, because it's what you do.
Right.
So it's all good.
Yeah, it is.
You gotta address the weirdo once in a while. And honestly, man, you got to put all the other loyal Cowboy fans on game and just kind of always, how just show them how you're supposed to come at them. Like, none of that mild stuff, none of that, you know, be humble. Like, it ain't gonna matter no way.
Right. All right, let's talk football, man. We can talk football.
Yeah, man. Nah, man, my biggest concern, like I say, it's just been our wide receivers, man. And hopefully that all kind of stays healthy. I'm looking at, you know, the league is week to week and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But the same way it could go your way week to week, it can also go against you. So
facts.
Man, it just sucks, man, that we've been kind of down and out in that situation, and just how much those two receivers really mean. I mean, you need at least one of them, but if you got both of them out, that's going to just drastically make your. And I've been kind of fighting in the chats all day about, you know, what Dak needs and if he needs. And the fact of the matter is, all quarterbacks need. You know what I'm saying? All quarterbacks need a great team. That's great teams win Super Bowls, not great quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just real concerned about just our core and just keeping those great players healthy. So that's, I don't know, boss. I'm out and about, man. Just kind of want to get your thoughts on that, man. I really don't have too much press and all the other things, like the Anthony Brown situation. Unfortunately, that kind of is what it is.
It's
you
what
know,
it is.
I think it got quiet once our team was able to be successful. You're winning. You know, I mean, Anthony Brown had that little clip in the sounds from the sideline. He said, like, I'm like that too. I'm like, nah, you're not, bro. You're not.
Yeah.
You're not like that. You're not like that. But it just, I don't know, man. And I want the dude to do well, you know. I mean, why wouldn't you want any Cowboy to do well, you know? And that just kind of goes back to your first reaction. Why would you not want somebody to be successful? They're successful. That makes your team successful.
Right.
So it's no hate. It's no hate or over love on a player. It just kind of is what it is. So, few positions we gotta improve on. I mean, y'all well overstated, you know, those things. So our biggest thing is just health at this point. I'm not really worried about too much at the end of the season. You know, these past couple weeks got the Philadelphia Eagles kind of poking their chest out. It's good to see them get checked today. But that's all I got, boss, man.
Now, let's talk. Because, see, you asked a question. You said, like, it's about us staying healthy. And I've been watching closely Mike McCarthy and his dealings with us, right? And his dealings with us, he's been managing us like I've never seen on load management, in my opinion.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like look how he's stacking these dudes to the end. Like he's stacking them, bro.
There's been these whispers about Zeke sitting down.
Right. Yeah. He been load management,
so,
bro.
I mean, if anything, last week was the week to Zeke. So, like, you know, you play him through that. I feel you on that, man. I think, I mean, you're going to try your best. I mean, everywhere in the NFL, you got crazy injuries happening, and that's kind of what separates the NFL and NBA. You can usually lose those star players just like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it can just really have a big effect on your football team. But I think, I mean, we have good depth, but, like, I don't know, like, so do other teams at times, too. I'm not overly concerned because I don't feel like you got that dominant team this year. I think we are the dominant team. You know, we're up there with them. We want to be healthy. I mean, those receivers, I mean, we had a lot of conversation about, you know, those receivers and who you pay and who you don't pay. And some people, like, you know, kind of let go of Cooper and re-sign Gallup and Wilson. Like, nah, stop.
Yeah, I mean,
because you see where that's at right now, you know. And I like Gallup, man. He made some good plays, but I mean, it was just kind of, I don't know if I want to pay $14-15 million for that, you know.
Right.
If you're paying $15 million for a receiver, he should have the same effect, almost the same effect as Cooper and Lamb. And for the most part, he was pretty good. But, over a 2-week span, I kind of saw what he looked like without Cooper and Lamb. And I wasn't, I feel like you can get a second-round guy to kind of come in and put that, kind of pull in that, just that production. And, a lot of people just beat the drum, like, nah, let's not talk about next year and appreciate what you got now. And it's kind of like, nah, it's these things are all up for conversation at all times. At all times, because you got a guy, like you're looking at this guy, you're literally looking at this guy for this year and what how his production is going to affect whether he'll be here next year or not.
Yeah.
And so it's not so much of a conversation like we got any control over the checkbook, but it's just, it's a narrative, the narrative kind of is playing itself out. So, like, I just, in my opinion, like, I like, when our backups can look well and put up stats and everybody's on some pay that man, but I think I like this organization and understanding who the man is, like, everybody can't be the man. Like, we done seen Laurent Robinson. So, I'm not saying Michael Gallup is Laurent Robinson, but circumstances can happen to a situation where people can look a little better than what they are.
Yeah.
Or make you like, you don't overall pay a number one just because he can get 100 yards. You pay a number one because he can demand a double team and make sure the next guy has 100 yards.
Right. Well said.
I don't know, man.
Michael Gallup might come back, but there's a lot of pressure based on where the season is right now that likely he knows that he's only coming back if he's going to come back for a team friendly deal. You know what I mean? Because the offense was 6-1 without him. These last couple of weeks, we've seen what it is to have you as a number one. It's been good, but it hasn't been like overwhelming exciting. You know what I mean? So it hasn't been overwhelming production. We saw the production of Cooper immediately, right? It was undeniable. We still got questions on CD Lamb on can he take the full mantle, but we at least know that he's crazy good coming out that number 2 and number 3 receiver spot. And he could quite easily surpass Gallup. So it's a lot of pressure contractually, in my opinion, my brother, on Gallup. That if you really want to be a Cowboy, I ain't gonna say we, but the Cowboys are in a position of strength, I would say.
This is the perfect opportunity, for a lot of these guys. Like, in Michael Gallup's case, your 2 number ones are down. Go be that number 1 guy,
right.
Instead of the offense kind of sputters, and then everybody kind of got their hands out at Dak. Like, man, what's going on? I thought you're supposed to be that guy. I am that guy, but usually I got guys with me too. And so, that's they gotta have guys with them. You know what I mean? You can't just let Dak out there. Quarterbacks make bad throws here and there.
Yeah.
I'm not really worried about how pretty Dak throws are, or that 1 or 2 behind the receiver kind of throw he kind of puts out there. It's just about those moments.
Yeah.
We saw very well with the Raiders and Cowboys game that, both teams had a lot of penalties, but those are the moments when they were called.
Right.
And in Dak's case, it's not so much, it's those moments. It's those game time critical moments that he's going to be able to push your team through, will your team through, with or without talent, And it's preferably that he has talent, and you have talent, you're going to have great results. And we're seeing it in this year, and we see it just as soon as the talent goes down, it's very convenient for the hater to be like, oh, when his people go down, he's not good anymore. But
of course.
It's the whole culmination,
right.
Yeah, it's the sugar or the Kool-Aid, right, boss?
Man.
Sugar out.
Say,
Kool-Aid gonna be bad. You take the powder out. You just gonna have sweet water.
Boy, so, you better measure it. Hold on, bro. You know, whenever you give me an excuse to play it, I'ma play it. Hold on, quick. You already know. You already know.
It's a big thing for Boss Cowboy to actually say publicly that he drunk Kool-Aid. Listen, I do not drink Kool-Aid without first measuring.
Yep. All day measure Kool-Aid, so I just played it. Obviously, man. I want to take this question with you, bro. Since we've been talking, me and you been talking about these receivers. You kind of switched the subject. Ashley asks, will we get CD and Cooper back for the Saints game? I know we go get Cooper back. The last I heard is that CD is in the last bit of the protocols, concussion protocol. So if anybody got any new news, let me know. I feel good about Cooper. I'm not sure about CD. You had anything on that?
I thought he was pretty close. Like, unless it was just that kind of charade Mike McCarthy likes to pull. But I thought he was pretty close to coming back that Thursday game, and they just kind of pulled the plug on it. But it's been it's going to be a week and a half. So, I've seen guys come back before a week, so I think a week and a half, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
But like I said, if we get both of those guys back, man, we're firing on all cylinders again. We getting Law back, right?
Yeah, we getting Tank back. Yeah, Tank go play Thursday. See.
Yeah, he need to come on.
Oh man, see, I can't wait. See, because I'm gonna tell you what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on the day. I'm going to tell you, I'm waiting on this day. I'm waiting on the day with Tank, Randy Gregory, and Micah Parsons all on the field at the same time. Oh, my God.
Mid-season Micah Parsons.
Ooh, boy. You see.
Wait, but... So Gregory didn't even play the Bucks game, so we haven't seen it, huh?
No, we have not seen them together yet. Oh my bro. Ooh, that's why I'm not panicking. It is literally no panic in me at all.
If anything, boss, it kind of takes that pressure off of feeling like you need that number one seed.
Right.
It kind of takes that pressure off.
Right.
No, I'm not saying that. I would be cool with the pressure, but like it kind of takes it off to where your team can slap the division around.
Right.
Do what they got to do against the Saints and Cardinals. If we end up getting the number 2, number 3 seed, that Eagles game becomes essentially our bye week. So, there's no way to get the number 1 seed and you just sitting there, them take care of your business and you get to that Eagles game. Maybe rest your guys there, but we know how rust does as well. So rust can be a factor. So that's gonna be, I don't know, man. That's gonna be something we'll come to that once we cross that road, I guess.
Bro, see, to me, it's absolutely no reason for anybody to be tripping right now, in my opinion.
No.
Because to me, even coming in as a wild card, I don't think that's gonna happen. But even if that was to happen, I think a young team, you want them hungry. We saw what happened when we start reading the press clips. We come in and get slapped around like Denver. You know what I mean? But when we hungry and we are having to fight to get in and fight to stay in, to me, that's what make this team, this young team, at its best. Because this is not the San Fran team of the 90s. See, that team was full of leaders and veterans and guys that been in the league a while. So when primetime came to San Fran and he wanted to party Super Bowl week, those are vets. Those guys is like, bro, we not partying, bro. We here to win the Super Bowl. But that's a veteran team. What you think this young team go do with a bye week? They gonna be in the streets. Come on, bro. They young. What you think? They not married. They out here sowing the royal oats. Come on. So if you know anything about young players, sometimes you want them to have to fight the whole way, and you don't want them to have that time off because that can lead to stuff. When did my boy Kazi get that DWI? Time off.
Bye week.
Yep. Time off. So do you want a team rolling young with time off? So if we lose, I'm still cool with it as long as we get hot in December. That's me. Now some people go, oh boss, that's not loyal, boss. Whatever, bro. Whatever. I'm cool with looking at the big picture. I can see the forest and I can see the trees.
It's just not folding, and that's. I mean, I see this fan base. Some people are folding, and you know, I get some people who don't really follow the Cowboys, so like they like them, but then like when we lose, and they text me like, "Man, what's going on?" I'm like, "What you mean, what's going on? We ain't got Coop and Lamb."
Yeah.
Like, sit back and see if we can do it. Like it's like the Vikings game. Did anybody expect for us to win? No, but stuff can happen in your favor. So I mean, I ain't gonna stop rooting for them just because. You got important guys who was out. Yeah. So like I can't sit up here and trip. Now had it happened when we had Coop and Lamb, that'd be something totally different.
Right.
You know.
Well said.
I'd be feeling some type of way, but
right.
At that point,
totally different.
That like coming into the season, that's what we got excited for. Can you imagine this offense? If we got a healthy offensive line, we got Coop and Lamb, we got this person, that person. So when you take some of them things out the equation, like that's not like we ain't gonna call. Man, you imagine this season, Michael Gallup #1, Cedric Wilson the #2. Like who's saying that? Nobody.
Nobody.
So I mean, we gotta stick to our stars. We got to the complimentary players got to play complimentary. When they got to be the star, there's going to be some things taken back. And you hope your stars can kind of, Raiders, they weren't really a slouch team, you know?
No.
They've had things going on. But the Raiders and Chiefs, they really don't have, like, slouch rosters. So, it kind of was what it was, you know?
Yeah.
But, we'll be back next week, man.
Yeah, we're going to be back.
That loss coming back, so...
Yeah,
I'm real interested to see what he can do and like how he can help with the running game and just pulling overall more pressure. But it's gonna be a great rest of the season, man. Let's go Cowboys.
Let's go Cowboys, man. Fantastic call, bro. Fantastic call.
All right, boss.
All right, OG. Bro. Your voice matters. All right. So listen. So basically, man, for those who might have came in late, you might have to go back and look at the beginning because we did a whole breakdown of the Anthony Brown penalties and we did a breakdown of the plays in which they targeted him. So I just want to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and tell you it's not what you think. Okay. So I think the best call was basically, I can't remember who said it, but somebody came in here and they said to me the very best thing is let's just wait. It's too early to panic over Anthony Brown. Now we got reasons to be mad at him historically and what he's done. It was Dale Prime. I remember now. It was Dale who said it. But I think we got to wait and see. Let's just wait and see. And let's keep, obviously our second round guy and our third round guy, ready to go. And if we start seeing it, even if it start appearing that Anthony Brown is starting to regress into the times in which all of us couldn't stand him, then okay, you got a second rounder that you got to play because you drafted him to be the replacement. He's healthy now. Let's go. But if AB snaps back, and remember, I'm not even saying this was an outright bad game. Like, bro, remember, from my analysis, 3 out of 4 of those flags was bad. Horrible calls. One of them, he tripped out. It was him. It was a panic. He got stacked, and he made, when I say stacked, that means the receiver got in front of him. He got stacked, and he made a panic move. He held. But that surely was no PI to me. at all. And just think about it. All those was on third down. That means Cardinal would have been punting if it wouldn't have been for these bad calls. Changed the whole flow of the game. So, and it was also nationally, publicly spoken about. So those refs had to have a meeting. You can't be nationally spoken about in a bad light in terms of the massive amount of flags. And it was a massive amount of flags on a massive rated game. It was one of the highest rated games this year. So that means everybody saw that trash zebra mess y'all was doing. So it's pressure on these refs right now, bro. So I'm just being honest. I don't think we go see this again. I really don't, man. If we see it again, damn, then something very wrong. But I really don't think we go see it again. And if we do, then Anthony Brown have a seat. We got us a second round guy that's go assume the mountain. And we go roll with that. But right now, just is the question of the show is what should the Dallas Cowboys do about Anthony Brown? Shit, man. You want me to lie to you or tell you the truth? The answer is nothing.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters. Boss Cowboy Sports.